Hello everyone, welcome to the What If Anime YouTube channel. Today, we're diving into an exciting new story that will take your imagination to the next level. Let's get started. What if Naruto awakens all of his bloodlines? Let's start the story. In the Land of Fire there is a village hidden in leaves called Konoha. Gakure where Naruto Uzumaki the Jinchuriki to the nine-tailed fox the Kyuubi live and is hated. On October 10th, the day that Naruto was born, the Kyuubi had escaped from its previous Jinchuriki Naruto's mother Kushina Uzumaki and was destroying the village before Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage also known as the Yellow Flash of Konohagakure, sealed the Kyuubi with Naruto, his newborn son. However, what people didn't know was that over the 9 months that Kushina was pregnant with Naruto, the Kyuubi's chakra was merging with Naruto's chakra, and when he was made into the Kyuubi's new Jinchuriki, Chi caused something within Naruto to change and became stronger, granting him things that his parents didn't have. Bloodline releases also before Minato died. He also sealed the last of his in Kushina's chakra within Naruto in hopes to see him again when he's older, but because of the change with Naruto's chakra, Minato's and Kushina's instead just merged together with Naruto's chakra, giving him all of Minato's and Kushina's memories and knowledge, but all Naruto had to do was unlock them. 7 years after the Kyuubi attack, all since Naruto could remember from his earliest memories was that almost every single person in Konoha had treated him worse than dirt, and they call him things like demon spawn, monster, freak, murderer. And when he was 4 years old, the women who run the Konoha's orphanage kicked Naruto out and said, "Demons don't deserve to be taken care of." 2 months after Hiruzen's Anbu found Naruto in a dark alley, they then took Naruto to Hiruzen Sarutobi, the third Hokage Where he set up an apartment for Naruto at the red light district, and sometimes the villagers would even attack him, and all Hiruzen would do was send them to jail for just one night and then let them go scot free, because of the civilians council would cause trouble for Hiruzen if he did anything to them. But today, on Naruto's 7th birthday, a mob of villagers decided that they were going to kill Naruto. Naruto was walking home from Ichiraku Ramen before the two Chunin who were hired by the mob, and was promised if they bring Naruto to them they would promote them to Jonin rank. So when they found Naruto and dragged him into a nearby alley before knocking him out and took him to the mob who were in an abandoned warehouse, and once they handed Naruto over to the mob, then began to beat him brutally. He mob attacked Naruto, something within him broke and another thing awakened, and suddenly a bolt of lightning came down from the sky, hitting Naruto directly as well as the mob that were surrounded him. And as the dust cleared, it revealed that Naruto is unharmed from the lightning. However, the people who were closest to Naruto wasn't so lucky, because they were dead and their bodies were completely burnt. And as for the people who a bit further away, they had burn marks all over their bodies, and as for the rest of the mob, they just stood and stared in shock and were also scared that if they did anything, so nothing might happen. But then something else surprising happened. Naruto stood up, and as he did, the mob saw that all the bruise and cuts they gave him began to heal itself, and soon not even a scar was visible. And then they saw Naruto's eyes, and instead of his normal dark purple eyes, they were glowing light blue, and lightning was all around Naruto as well as coming out from his eyes. The mob then tried to run away like cowards, seeing that things have turned around for the worst for them, but the lightning around Naruto just shot out, hitting every single one of them and made them suffer before killing them. Then the lightning around Naruto disappeared and his eyes turned back to normal just before Naruto passed out on the floor. Within Naruto's mind, suddenly Naruto's eyes snap open and he found himself in a dark sewer. At first he thought that the mob had thrown him down, but just then he remembered what happened with the lightning and the mob. Then he fell to his knees crying and began to shout, "They're all right, I'm really a monster." But just then Naruto felt something calling, so after a minute he decided to find out what it is, rather stay where he was. After a couple of minutes of walking towards what was calling, Naruto found a very large room that had a cage with the symbol for seal on it, and Naruto felt what was calling him was coming from the cage, so him continue, and when reach he tried to see whatever was inside, but all he could see was darkness. But just then giant claws came out from the cage and also hit Naruto, but he ducked just before they could touch him. Naruto then ran away from the cage and headed towards where he was before, but he looked back at the cage and saw 2 large dark red eyes staring at him, which froze Naruto in fear. "So this is my new warden. I have never had any of them so young before," said the creature in the cage. "Who are you?" Naruto asked in fear. What are you saying? Speak clearly, boy, said the creature in the cage. Who are you? Naruto asked again but clearer. I sure you have already heard about me. I'm the Might Nine-Tailed Fox, the Kyuubi, said the Kyuubi. Wait, the Kyuubi that attacked the village 7 years ago, said Naruto. Yes, answered the Kyuubi. But that's impossible. I heard that the 4th Hokage kill you, Naruto said in disbelief. Ha, no human can truly kill a Bijuu. Instead you will lot seal us, said Kyuubi. Wait, seal you? Naruto asked. Yes, your 4th Hokage knew that he couldn't destroy me, so instead he seal me away, said the Kyuubi. So does that mean that the 4th Hokage seal you within me? Naruto asked in hopes that he was wrong. Yea, 7 years your 4th Hokage seal me within you to stop me, said the Kyuubi. So when the villagers call me a demon they were right, Naruto said upset. Ha, you wish you were not all what you were is a vessel, nothing more, said the Kyuubi. But I killed those people, Naruto said. No, they case your bloodlines to awaken when they were attacking you, said the Kyuubi. Bloodlines? Naruto asked confused. You know the special ability that some ninjas had which is only within some shinobi clans, said the Kyuubi. Like that clan that all the members had white eyes, but I'm AORP. Han and clanless, so how do I have a bloodlines, said Naruto. It doesn't matter that you're off and you still had parents, but neither of them had these bloodline expert. For your mother, she kind of had TW. Of them, but they evolved within you because my chakra entered. You're born with your mother was my Jinchuriki and her name was. Before the Kyuubi couldn't finish its sentence, Naruto interrupted. Hush, Ina Uzumaki, your previous Jinchuriki and my mother, Naruto said in confused tone. Yes, she was my previous Jinchuriki and your mother, but how do you know that? The Kyuubi asked curiously. I don't know. Why, but I just do like I know that Mito Uzumaki or Mito Senju was your first Jinchuriki, Naruto said confused on why he knew things that he shouldn't know. Interesting, perhaps it has something to do that maybe, the Kyuubi said to itself. What are you talking about? What something? Naruto asked, wondering what the Kyuubi was talking about. 7 years ago when the 4th Hokage sealed me within he also sealed the last of his and your mother's chakra as well in hopes to re-meet you when you were older, but both of the chakras didn't stay. Instead they merged your chakra, and this must be a side effect. You had gained both of their memories and knowledge, and the only reason why you are getting them now is because your bloodline had awakened, said the Kyuubi. Wait, the 4th Hokage, his name was Nato Namikaze, and he was my father, Naruto said in shock. Yes, Minato is your father and the one who sealed me within you, said the Kyuubi. It's his fault then, Naruto whispered. What are you talking about? Asked the Kyuubi. The reason why my life has been so miserable is all because he chose to protect villager and condemned me, Naruto said with tears going down his face. And what are you going to do about it? Asked the Kyuubi. I'm done with it, all of it. Why should I be their punching bag? Why should I try to understand them after everything they done to me? Naruto said in anger. Had something I will like to see. Okay then, how about a deal? Said the Kyuubi. What kind of deal? Naruto asked curiously. Simply, I will help out. In exchange you give me access to your senses like sight, hearing, taste, smell and touch, because it is really boring here and like to know what's going on outside in the real world, said the Kyuubi. You will help me in fights against strong people who want to hurt me? Asked Naruto. Yes, that is exactly what I'm talking about, and you know that I'm not lying about this. If you have both of your parents' memories, I can't do anything to you even if you agree, said the Kyuubi. You're right, it won't affect the seal or me if I give you access to my senses. Okay then, you got yourself a deal, partner. This may turn out to be interesting, said the Kyuubi. Konoha's hospital. Naruto slowly opened his eyes and found himself in his familiar hospital room and was laying down on a familiar bed. Naruto realized that this was the hospital room where he would be taking to after the villagers' attacks, but just the door opened and it revealed the 3rd Hokage Hiruzen Sarutobi, who walk in. Naruto, my boy, you're final awake. I was worried, Hiruzen said in a kind tone. Had happened? Naruto asked whilst he rubbed both of his eyes. My Anbu found you unconscious inside a warehouse, said Hiruzen. Oh yeah, said Naruto. Naruto, there were dead bodies of villagers all around you and they were burnt to a crisp. Tell me honestly what happened in that warehouse? Hiruzen asked serious. I can tell him most of the truth except for the parts about my bloodline and the Kyuubi. I don't know what he may do to me if he found out the truth, Naruto thought to himself. All I remember was that I was walking home from Ichiraku Ramen before two men dragged me to a dark alley and knocking me out. And when I woke up I was surrounded by a mob, then all of them attacked me, then everything went dark and now woke up here, said Naruto. I know that the Kyuubi didn't take control of him or Everio. Nay, in the village would have felt its dark chakra, so what happened to those villagers and why do I feel Naruto is hiding something from me? He would never hide something from me, he trusts me completely. I better place some Anbu to keep track of him just in case, thought Hiruzen. Hey Hokage-san, I don't feel bad or hurt, can I go? Naruto asked in a hurry. Yes you can, Naru. Wait, did you just call me Hokage-san instead of old man? Hiruzen asked in shock. Yeah, you don't want to hear me, you old man, Naruto said as he put up his clothes. No, you're right, but still, Hiruzen said confused. Okay, I got to go, said Naruto as he rushed out of the hospital room. Now I know something wrong, I better order my Anbu to keep an eye on him right away, Hiruzen said to himself. With Naruto was running towards Som, eating every special place and away from the hospital because of two reasons. First was that now that Naruto has both of Minato's and Kushina's memories, he now where his real home was the Uzumaki clan compound where his mother grew up when she first came to the village from her home village Uzushiogakure, a village created by the Uzumaki clan but was destroyed during the Third Great Ninja War. And the second reason why Naruto left in a hurry was that now he know the truth. He didn't know what to think about the Hokage. He keep the truth about where Naruto truly come from, why the villagers hated him so much and where he true home was. Sure, the Hokage protected him from villagers, but the Hokage never did anything to them and always told him to forgive them or try to understand them. As Naruto got closer to the compound, he ran past a couple of sakura trees, and as he looked at them he started to remember something happened that he wasn't involved in, and it was about back when his mother just moved to Konohagakure. She was bullied by boys in her class because of her red hair, and one day one of the bullies grabbed it and started to pull it, but Kushina had enough and started to beat up all the bullies. And Naruto's father, Minato, was watching everything. However, later that day as Kushina made her way home though the sakura trees, the bully who pulled her hair stopped her alongside his older brother who was Genin, and the older brother beat Kushina up and told her that the village will never accept any outsiders. But just like before in the classroom, Kushina had enough and started to beat the older brother up as well as give him two black eyes, and then she beat the little brother again, and once she was finished she looked up and saw Minato standing on a tree branch watching the whole event. Because Naruto now had all of his memories, he knew that when Minato was walking home he saw the brothers and overheard them talking about what they going to Kushina, so Minato decided he wasn't going to allow that to happen. But once he got to the sakura trees he watched as Kushina beat the brothers up. When Naruto finally reached the Uzumaki clan compound he saw that it was the same size as the Uchiha clan and Hyuga clan compounds, within large wall that surrounded the compound and haven't weakened over the years since no one has lived there and taken care of it. And as Naruto walked to the only gate, which was large and had no handles but instead it had a seal which most cover it, but Naruto knew thanks to his parents' memories that the seal was designed to allow only clan members and other people who got permission from clan members, and all they had to do was put a drop of blood on the center of the seal to open gates, and they only have to do that once because after they would be all out entry all the time. So Naruto bit his thumb hard enough which caused it to bleed, then he put a drop of blood on the center of the seal which caused it to glow, then the gates open. Naruto then looked at his thumb wondering where could he find something to cover it until it healed itself, but was surprised when he saw that there wasn't anything wrong with it, like he didn't just bit his thumb and mad it bleed, which made he wonder. Sure, he healed fast before but never this fast, but now wasn't the time to think about it, instead it was time to see his home. As Naruto entered the compound he saw that his style for it was traditional fashion like many other clan compounds in Konoha. Think traditional Japanese style. It had the Uzumaki clan symbol on the inside of the wall that surrounded the compound. And all the tiles on the roof of each building were red, and as Naruto walked around the compound he saw that it has a large dining room, a kitchen, living room, a garden, a large natural garden pond with wooden bridge which was painted red going over it, a training yard, a very large library, a large armory where the Uzumaki clan kept their weapons, a storerooms, a large safe where the Uzumaki clan kept its most powerful items, and many bedrooms and 2 master bedrooms as well as many bathrooms nearby. As Naruto continued to walk around the compound, he saw his bedroom, the room that if his parents were still alive and he was raised here in the Uzumaki clan compound would have been his, but because of the event that happened on his birth alongside the Kyuubi attack caused him not to. I'm almost truly home, Naruto said to himself. Later that day Naruto tested himself using the Flying Thunder Jutsu to see if he had good control over it, to which he found that he did, meaning that he could to escape from Konoha by teleporting himself to Minato's teleport spot that is close to the land of Whirlpool, Naruto's ancestor homeland, and lucky for Naruto, Minato did a teleport spot near he border of the land of fire. Afterwards Naruto went back to his apartment and seal up everything that he owned before teleporting back to the compound, but not before creating a shadow clone to stay in Konoha so Naruto could reach the land of Whirlpool without Konoha knowing. On that night Naruto left Konoha and teleported to Minato's waypoint and made his way to the land of Whirlpool, where he discovered that the village was in ruins, and from what he could see it has been like this for many years. Naruto then found to empty a spot large enough for his compound because Naruto knew about Minato's secret compound protection system seal, which is the Flying Thunder Jutsu for the compound that would allow anyone to relocate the compound. So Naruto went back to Konoha and took his entire compound back to the land of Whirlpool, but before he left Konoha he left a letter on Hizuzen's desk telling that he knew everything and had enough of the Konoha treated him. 5 years later, it has over 5 years since Naruto escaped Konoha and live in the ruins of Uzushiogakure, where he had been busy because thought out the years Naruto had become no out the world despite being so young and he was calling himself Arashi Senmaki, where he was a skilled ronin. Naruto had also recruited many allies and used the land of Whirlpool as his base, and he planned to make Uzushiogakure even greater than what it was before. He knew that Hiruzen, Jiraiya Naruto's godfather, and Danzo Shimura, the head of Root, would be hunting him down, so he decided to change his apprentice a bit, so he now had skin and has his upward pale red hair that comes as far as his shoulder blades on his back, and as for his eyes they were a dark purple, and he wore a cloth mask to hide. But Naruto's true apprentice was his hair was in the same shaggy style similar to Minato's hair, but his bright blonde hair that he got from Minato had turned into a more lighter blonde. His dark purple eyes had become slanted with slit pupil, and the reason for it was because of the deal that Naruto made with the Kyuubi caused them to become like that. He was now 5'4" tall, because of all his training and now having a good food supply. His body had become slim yet slightly toned. Naruto wore a simple dark red long-sleeved shirt that had a V-neck and a black jacket. To honor his clan he had a dog tag around his neck and that the symbol for the Uzumaki clan on it. He wore a cream color pants, black boots, black fingerless gloves. Strap onto his side was his mother's sword. The handle of it was black and the blade itself was a dark red because it was made from a very special metal that works perfect with chakra, and the reason why he carried it as well as kunai and shuriken was because even though he could create them with his special Uzumaki clan chakra, he thought that if anyone was able to stop him from it he would be in danger, so he KETP the kunai and the shuriken seal within a scroll, and he also has a couple of seals on his body besides the one that keeps the Kyuubi within him, which he kept hidden to avoid anyone getting suspicious. One was designed to stop the Hyuga clan bloodline, the Byakugan being able to see their chakra network so they can't close them. It was similar to the seal that stopped anyone with the Byakugan to see inside the Uzumaki clan compound. Another was decided to stop the Uchiha clan's bloodline, the Sharingan, being able to copying any of their jutsus or techniques. Naruto found the blueprints for both seals in his parents' office, however they incomplete, but having bought each of his parents' knowledge, Naruto was able to complete both seals by himself and apply them onto himself as well. The first person to join up with Naruto and the most shock was a man known as Log Sei Nju, and he was created as a synthetic human by his father Orochimaru, being cultivated from an embryo, and was given the name Mitsuki until Naruto free him, and he then changed it to Log later on after a ND. The person that Orochimaru chose to be his mother was none other than his former teammate Tsunade Senju. The reason why Orochimaru created him was to continue his legacy if something happened to Orochimaru or become Orochimaru's vessel, but Log was set free by Naruto when he came to Orochimaru's southern hideout in the land of waves and free of his prisoners who he used for his experiments. The second was Sebastian, a highly skilled and talented man who was known throughout the world as the god of death. Back when he was in his prime, both Sebas and Hiruzen Sarutobi were offered the chance to gain the title of god of shinobi, but Sebas turned it down, so Hiruzen was given to him. And back when Naruto was traveling around the world, he met Sebastian and managed to convince Sebastian to join Uzushio. The third was a gang of missing nin Fushin, Shino and Karyu, all of who used to serve a man known as Enoyashiro before they managed to escape from his mansion and form the Lightning Group, which they started helping the villagers of the Bamboo Village by stealing money and other valuables from the rich and giving it to the poor villagers. In return, the group was given food and shelter until Irigakure frequently employed the Lightning Group during Yagura's reign. However, later on Yagura decided to eliminate the group in order to increase the relationship with the Frost Daimyo. The group escaped from the assassination attempt but was betrayed by the villagers it helped out of fear of retaliation from Kirigakure. However, Naruto saved them from the Kiri ninjas and then recruited them as WLs, helped them get their revenge on the Bamboo Village and help the other people who were still at Enoyashiro mansion, which afterwards they to join Naruto as well. They also stole the entire mansion, thanks to Naruto using an enhanced version of the Flying Thunder Jutsu to teleport it to the land of Whirlpool. The fourth was the shinobis that the Lightning Group used to be were owned by rich noblem and women like Enoyashiro and were forced to fight against others for money until Naruto and his allies freed them all, and they stole all of the noblemen and women money and allow their former serve NTS to decide what to do with them and offer them to join up as well, which every single one of them agreed to. And like what Naruto did, he went to all of their mansions, free the others as well as STEL the entire mansion and teleport it to the land of Whirlpool. Naruto had been busy training in different things like ninjutsu, fuinjutsu, taijutsu and kenjutsu, but he just couldn't do genjutsu because of his massive chakra amount, being a Jinchuriki to the Kyuubi Plu, being a member to the Uzumaki clan who are known for their large chakra amount. He just doesn't have good enough to control over it with his massive chakra amount. However, he did have far better chakra control than he should, and he'd been trying to find out why, but instead he was immune to any types of genjutsu at all. Naruto also discovered about bloodlines, that he was weather manipulation bloodline as well as the storm release a bloodline from Kumogakure, a village hidden in the clouds, ice release a bloodline from Kirigakure, a village hidden in the water, a new weather-like bloodline which call thunder release. He still had the Uzumaki clan chakra chains that his mother had as well, but now with him he was able to not Saint use them for sealing, but as well as combat. Also he was able to create others besides chains like weapons, and Naruto found out that his Uzumaki and Jinchuriki had evolved. Now he can heal for any thing no matter what it was, so Naruto gave his advanced healing ability a name which was body renewal. When Naruto reached more about his bloodlines, he also found out his chakra natures that were lightning, water and wind, so he trained and mastered quite a bit of ninjutsu for each of his three elements. Naruto also found out there were clans from other villages that had one of his bloodlines, so he did research about each of the clans in order to find jutsus for all of his bloodlines, which he managed to, but only a couple for his storm release and his ice release, thanks to having both of his parents' memories and knowledge. Naruto knew everything about seals because of them being seal masters, and Naruto also knew two techniques that made Minato famous: the Rasengan, a powerful close range jutsu, and the Flying Thunder God, which allows the user to instantaneously transport themselves. Originally the technique was invented by Tobirama Senju, the second Hokage, and when he used it his flashes were sliver. As Naruto learned the Flying Thunder God technique, he discovered a way to change the color of his teleport. Instead of yellow like Minato's, his were a golden color. Together Naruto and Sebastian created an organization of shinobi and samurai, which they took jobs called just like the ninja villages, but they didn't have loyalty to the nobles of any lands yet, and this organization was called Night Raid. The Land of Waves. Characters speaking, characters thought. Judases. Bu speaking, Bu thought. Summon speaking, summon thought. Time skip. Places. Author. Uzushio is a large island with several smaller islands surrounding it and was surrounded by tall rock wall. It looks just like the kingdom of Sindria from Magi the Labyrinth of Magic, and it had large mansion which used to be owned by the wealthy noble men and women before Naruto freed their shinobis and took their mansion, then turned them into apartments for their shinobi if they wished to live therein. clan compounds housing the clans that Naruto managed to convince to join Uzushiogakure and ninja raid like Urayuki the Ice Mistress for mastery over her ice release bloodline and many other powerful people. Yes, it is Gray's teacher and Altair's mother from Fairy Tail, just that she's from the Yuki clan in this story, which is why she has ice abilities. At Uzukage Mansion, Naruto sat in his Uzuka GE throne and stood in front of him was Sebastian, the god of death. His appearances was an elderly butler and he is dressed gracefully in his traditional black uniform. His hair is entirely white, just like his immaculate beard. He has visible wrinkles on his hollow face, which makes him seem gentle in appearance, but his eyes are as sharp as an eagle's. Sebas, I think it's time for us to start Ma King alliance with other lands, said Naruto. I believe you're right, said Sebas. I think we should start with somewhere small, said Naruto. That is a good idea, but which one, said Sebas. The ND of Waves. It is knowledge for it being one of the best countries for shipping, and they don't have any ninjas or samurai of their own, and they ain't alliance with any village, so they will be perfect to start with, said Naruto. I see that as a good start. And who will go, said Sebas. I will, and I know how to convince them to join us, said Naruto. And that is? Sebas asked curiously. The country I.S. currently is being bullied by Gato, the head of Gato Company, and his army of thugs. They even killed the daimyo of the Land of Waves, so killing Gato will make the people of the Land of Waves would make him happy with us for killing him, and they will be happy to make alliance with us, and besides I already have a way to get close to Gato, said Naruto. Which is? Said Sebas. Gato has been trying to get in touch with Night Raid, so I'll use that to get close to him and learn anything useful before killing, said Naruto. A well thought out plan as always, Naruto, said Sebas. Thank you, Sebas. Could you stay here and keep order, said Naruto. Of course, said Sebas. A couple days later, Naruto was currently walking through the forest in the Land of Waves towards hidden headquarters. As Naruto looked at it, he saw that it wasn't a tall building, but he guessed Gato had built it underground inside, and this part was just the entrance. But the thing that still caught his attention was that ever though he can see the base, he still couldn't sense anyone from it, which is strange, so he decided to investigate about it to see if it could be useful in the future. Naruto then bit one of his fingers, which drew blood. Then he wiped it on his right palm, then he did a couple of hand signs and slammed his right hand down to the ground. Summoning just you, said Naruto as a seal appeared on the ground around his right hand, and in a proof of smoke a orange fox that had a headband similar to Naruto's, but instead of having the Konoha symbol it had the Uzumaki clan one. Hey Naruto, said the fox. Hi Shingo, I need your help, said Naruto. Sure, what do you need, said Shingo. I can't seem to find a certain base which I know will have people who be able to use chakra, should be weak but still I should be able to say them, and I know there isn't anything wrong with my sensing because I can still sense my teammates, said Naruto. Any ideas what I should smell for, said Shingo. Try smelling something like alcohol or even drugs, said Naruto. Yeah, I smell a whole lot of it, said Shingo. Okay, lead the way Shingo, said Naruto. Flashback. 2 years after the Awaken, a 9-year-old Naruto was at the Uzumaki CL and compound library, reaching any way that could help him get any stronger, until he came across a rather easily method that Jiraiya of the Sannin, and also known as the Toad Sage of Konoha, used back in he early years as a student of Hiruzen, which is just perform the summoning jutsu without having a contact with any summon clans, which will then transport you to a summon region that you have a strong spiritual affectation towards that summon type. As Naruto performed the summon jutsu, he then got teleported to very large mountain forest that had trees that were far bigger than other tree that Naruto had ever seen before. Where am I? Naruto asked himself as he looked around until he saw a red fox which was the size of a large ninja hounds. Who are you, human? Said the fox. A taking fox, said Naruto. The shocking about a taking fox, after all knowing Kurama. You don't seem to surprise about me taking, the fox asked curiously. Well, I kind of already know a taking fox, said Naruto. Really, who? The fox asked curiously. I don't think you would know him, said Naruto. Try me, said the fox. His name is Kurama, said Naruto. Kurama? Yeah, I don't know him. Anyways, who are you? The fox. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. Who are you and where am I? Said Naruto. Well, my name is Minos and you're at Kitsunden Forest, but how did you get here, Naruto? Said Minos. I performed the summoning technique without having a contract, which brought me here, said Naruto. Really? Well, in that case you better come with me to see Lady Konkin, said Minos. Who's Lady Konkin? Naruto asked. She's the head fox of Kitsunden Forest, said Minos. Well, let's go and see her then, said Naruto. Naruto then followed Minos up the mountain, and along their way up Naruto saw other foxes that had blue and green fur coats, and some of him were even far larger than Minos. However, as Naruto and Minos finally reached the top, they then entered a temple, and as they did, Naruto saw a golden fox laying down on something that looks like a throne, which also had lots of pillows around it to make it more comfortable. Lady Konkin, I brought you someone to meet, said Minos. Oh, who is it, Minos? Said Konkin. This boy's name is Naruto Uzumaki, and he saw that he got here by doing the summoning technique without having a contract with any summon clans, said Minos. Interesting, thought Konkin. So you came here through the use of summoning technique, said Konkin. Yes, that is how it happened, said Naruto. May I ask, why did you do the summoning technique in the first place, said Konkin. I was reading a book in my clan's compound Librar. Why, and I found out that man from my village called Jiraiya, and he did the same thing that I have done, perform the summoning technique without having a contract, but he was transported to Mount Myoboku where the toads live, and for the reason why I did it is because want to get stronger, said Naruto. For someone so young and already desires power, why is that, if I may ask? Konkin asked curiously. Because I don't want anyone to ever treat me wrong again, said Naruto. Who has treated you so wrongly, young Naruto? Said Konkin. Almost every single person in my village, said Naruto. Why would they do that? Said Konkin. Because I think I'm a Bijuu instead of a human being, said Naruto. So you're Jinchuriki then, and may I ask, which Bijuu do you hold inside of you? Said Konkin. I have the nine-tail fox inside of me, but his name is Kurama, said Naruto. Kurama? How do you know his name is Kurama? Said Konkin. He told himself. We are friends, you see, said Naruto happily. Really, you're friends with him? Said Konkin. Yeah, and Kurama has been helping me in my training as well, said Naruto. Naruto, I have a very important question to ask you, said Konkin. Sure, what is it? Said Naruto. Seeing had you have an affectation towards foxes and that you have befriended a Bijuu, how would you like to become our very first summoner? Said Konkin. Sure, I will, but why me? Said Naruto. Well, many of XES here want to see the human world, and because we never had a summoner, I think it is about time to do, said Konkin. Okay, then I will gladly become your summoner, said Naruto. Excellent, said Konkin. Then she used her tail to pick up a scroll and place it down in front of Naruto. Now just bite one of your fingers, and with the blood from it write down your name in the scroll, which will make the contract between you and us, Naruto, said Konkin. Naruto did exactly just that. He bite one of his fingers and drew blood from it, then he used it to write down his name in the scroll. And there, said Naruto as he finished. Excellent, now you are our summoner, Naruto Uzumaki, said Konkin. End of flashback. At Gato's secret base, Naruto was currently walking through a forest towards Gato's hidden head quarters. As Naruto looked at it, he saw that it wasn't a tall building, but he guessed Gato had built it underground inside, and this part was just the entrance. But the thing that still caught his attention was that ever though he can see the base, he still couldn't sense anyone inside of it, which was strange, so he decided to investigate. Minos, let's do that, just you before we go in, said Naruto. Right, said Minos. Ninja art. Beast sense connection, said Naruto. Ninja art. Human sense connection, said Minos. The technique allow the summoner and the summoned to connect their senses with each other in They're words for a summon like a fox who are great at hiding. They could watch events without being detected, whilst the summoner will be able to watch it as well, and also allow the summoner to speak with the summoned though thought. Alright, let's go, said Naruto. As Naruto and Minos got closer to Gato's hideout, Minos disappointed. Hey kid, what the hell are you thinking of being here? Said one of he two large guards standing outside the entrance. I'm here to see Gato, said Naruto. Yeah, said who? Said the same guard. He ordered me to come here, said Naruto. What if I don't believe you? What then? Said the same guard. I don't care if you believe me or not, let us though now, said Naruto. Ha, and you're going to make me, said the same guard. A sinister smile came upon Naruto before he spoke, hell yeah, and then he just vanishing. The two guards were shocked only for a second before Naruto reappear at the left side of the guard who spoke to him and send a strong kick at his left arm which broke it. Arrrrrrrr. The guard shouted in pain and the other guard just stood there in shock. So are you going to let us though, said Naruto at the other guard. Why yeah, oh of course, said the other guard scared for what he just saw. With minnows inside of a room. As minnows walk around he suddenly smell fruit coming from a room and as he walk in and hid in the shadows just in case he saw a man restin'. G on a bed whilst the boy that saved Zabuza's life and wasn't wearing a mask so anyone could see that he had brown eyes and that he was sitting down next to Zabuza peeling apples until he saw a small man who was wearing a business suit on and had sunglasses on with two other men that had swords strap on them. Zabuza, I have heard from my men that Tazuna is still alive. Why is that? Said the small man. I underestimate the shinobi that Tazuna has. Hire Gato, said Zabuza. When I hire you I expected results, you being the demon of the mist, after all, said Gato. Don't worry about it, I got a plan you see, said Zabuza. Oh, what is it? Said Gato. Simple really, we let them get close to finish the bridge but then Haku and I come in and kill the Konoha ninjas and Tazuna, then we destroy the DGE which will destroy any remaining hope that these people have left, said Zabuza. Yes, that would work perfectly, said Gato. Gato then started to walk towards Zabuza. However Zabuza, if you do fail again then neither you or your assistants will leave this land alive, said Gato as he reached out to grab Zabuza's face. But as he did the boy that was sitting next to Zabuza quickly grabbed Gato's wrist and broke it. Gato screamed in pain. Don't you lay a finger on Zabuza-san, said the boy. Gato's bodyguards both went and was about to grab their swords but Gato used his other hand to tell not to and then he went towards the door. Just make sure everything goes accordingly, plan Zabuza, or else, said Gato before he left the room. Sometime later with Naruto at Gato's throne room. Naruto chewed in front Gato who was currently sitting on his throne with his two samurai bodyguards at both sides and the room was filled with Gato's men as well. When I contacted Ninja Raid wanted strong ninjas and samurais but instead they send me a single child, shouted Gato angrily. Hey boss, I don't think you should underestimate this kid, I heard a lot of things about him, said Zori. Oh Ray. LLY, but first you broke one of my guard's arm, care to explain that boy, said Gato. He wouldn't let us pass in any way, if I a child could break him arms so easily he wouldn't be a good guard now would he, said Naruto. You're right and that I don't have to pay him, said Gato. Fine then, I'll give you a chance but you better be worth every Ryo, said Gato. I am so going to enjoy killing him, Naruto thought. Now kid, I want you to kill the bridge builder Tazuna as well as the Konoha ninjas that he hired, said Gato. Konoha? Naruto thought angrily. Actually I have a better idea, said Naruto. Oh, what is it? Said Gato. Simple really, we let them get close to finish the bridge but then Haku and I come in and kill the Konoha ninjas and Tazuna, then we destroy the bridge which will destroy any remaining hope that these people have left, said Naruto. Yes, that would work perfectly, said Gato. That night, as Naruto was stealthy walking down a hallway in Gato's base until he finally came to Chu's vault which he kept everything that he has taken from the villagers and other things, however it was guarded by 8 men and was locked with the only way to get in was with a unique key and no doubt that Gato kept on him all time, so Naruto quickly brought out a Ryo that he in his pocket and a seal on it which was designed to make a larger noise than it should and he throw it down the hallway which caused a loud noise and made all 8 men to run towards it and Naruto used it as an opportunity to go to the door where he placed his hand over keyhole and channel his chakra mold though it to find out what shape the key was, and once he found out he then created an identical copy of it and opened the vault door where he entered it and both shut and lock. As he walked around in the vault he saw books, paintings, statues, bags of money, and then Naruto saw it in the middle of the room a light green glowing crystal orb that had red seals on it. This is it, said Naruto as he looked at the orb. These seals in the orb similar to the one at the compound and around my wrist, but there is couple of differences. This is probably the thing which prevented me from sensing anyone here before, but If that the case, why does Gato have it? Maybe a shinobi he hired informed him about it and he decided to use it. If anyone sends any assassins after him, they wouldn't be able to find him, thought Naruto. Naruto decided that he come back later on, take only Gato's money whilst giving all the villagers their money that was taken from them, which will make it even easier to get them to make an alliance with Night Raid, and he will also take the orb. Must then he send a message to Minos telling him that he can return home. Then he undid the connection between them, and Naruto then placed the Hiraishin eel in a hidden spot, and he used the Hiraishin to teleport it to his room. That went well, Naruto said himself. Afterwards Naruto went to Zabuza and Haku room. Zabuza Momochi, the demon of the mist, and Haku Yuki, said Naruto. Who are you? Said Haku. My name is Arashi Senmaki and I wish to talk with both of you, said Naruto. I have heard about this kid, he's a member of Night Raid, thought Zabuza. Quote, fine, what exactly do you want from us, said Zabuza. I'm here with an offer for you too, said Naruto. A offer? What kind of offer? Said Zabuza. A place within my village, said Naruto. Your village? So, Night Raid does have connection with a village, so which one? Said Zabuza. Uzuo Shiogakure, said Naruto. Impossible. Uzuo was destroyed during the Second Great Ninja War, said Zabuza. Correct, but Night Rod and I have rebuilt it and had gathered many allies, said Naruto. You rebuilt Uzuo, but you're just a brat, said Zabuza. Age doesn't matter in the world of shinobi, only power, said Naruto. Fair enough, Haku, what do you think? Said Zabuza. I would follow you anyway, Zabuza-san, said Haku. In fact, Haku, I already have many your clansmen a part of my village, said Naruto. But I thought I was the last of my clan, said Haku. No, just like what your mother did, many others also survived as well, said Naruto. It would be nice to get stock running. All right, fine, we'll join, said Zabuza. Perfect, now I can get you this, Naruto said as he reached his pocket and brought bag, and he then took out a small green bean that was inside. Here you got, Naruto said before he threw it Zabuza, who caught it. What is this? It's just a bean, said Zabuza. Just trust me and eat it, said Naruto. All right, said Zabuza. As Zabuza ate and swallowed the small green bean, he immediately the effects fro. Emit that all of his wounds and Shikara were fully restored and he didn't felt hungry at all. What kind of bean was that? Zabuza said amazed. That was a senzu bean. It's something that we grow in the land of Whirlpool, and as you can see it has unique properties, said Naruto. Yes, they're just like the Dragon Ball senzu bean. With something like this, food rations won't be a problem, said Zabuza. Anyways, you two will stay here for now, as the true reason why I am here is to get the Land of Waves to form alliance with us, said Naruto. I see. How exactly do you intend to do that? Zabuza asked. Will you see, said Naruto. The next day below the bridge, as Naruto, Haku and Zabura arrive at the unfinished bridge, the saw men still working on it. Don't kill it, will make it easier for people to join our land if they don't have any hate towards it, Naruto told them, which they agreed to. Water style. Hiding mist jutsu, said Zabura. As Zabura finished, a mist appeared covering the area where the men are working. Then Naruto and the others went into it, and because they have been trained in mist, they would able to find the men easily and knock them out. They waited a couple minutes until they heard people coming. What the hell happened here? Said an old man. Kakashi Hatake had spiky silver hair and dark gray eye. He wore a mask over the nose and lower half of his face. He was wearing a flak jacket, dark blue pants, and a long sleeve shirt. He also wears fingerless gloves with metal plates on the backhand and is seen with a chain necklace underneath. Kakashi Hatake was a famous shinobi of the Hidden Leaf Village and was remaining member student of the 4th Hokage Minato Namikaze. There is no denying it is Zabura, said a man with gray color hair. Sorry for keeping you waiting, Kakashi, however I see that those brats of yours are still trembling in fear. How pitiful. Zabuza's voice came somewhere within the mist. Sasuke had black hair, boy wearing a blue shirt with a high collar and black shorts. On the back of his collar was the Uchiha clan symbol. Sasuke was the only remaining member of the Uchiha clan before his own brother killed everyone including their parents, and that brother name was Itachi Uchiha. Sasuke was the last remaining member of the Uchiha clan in Konoha after his own brother killed everyone else in their clan including their parents. It's Because I'm trembling in excitement, said Sasuke bravely. Oh, you're different from last time, boy, Zabuza said within the mist. Just then Zabuza and Haku appeared. However, Zabuza was wearing a black sleeveless shirt and matching pants, complete with a waist guard, striped wrist and leg warmers, and the bandages around his face were loosely like a scarf, and Haku was wearing the same outfit that he wore when he saved Zabuza. It's time to end our match, Kakashi, said Zabuza. Sakura, you stay close to Tazuna and guard while Sasuke and I handle Zabuza and his partner, said Kakashi. Sakura had long NK hair which reached down to her lower back and was wearing tight dark green shorts that stopped over her knees. She has a red kipao dress on with white circular designs which also has short sleeves. Sakura of the Haruno family, which was a large civilian family which had many connections to other rich civilian families of Konoha. Sakura was from the Haruno family, which was a large civilian families that had connections, and Sakura's mother Mebuki Haruno was a member of the civilian council. Sai, you'll handle the new kid, just be carefully, we don't know anything about him, said Kakashi. Sai Shimura has short, straight black hair and dark eyes which contrast with his translucent-looking pale skin. He is usually seen carrying a small backpack with his brush, scrolls, and ninja ink in it. He wears a short black and gray jacket with red straps. He also carries a tip-less tanto on his back. The rest of his outfit consisted of a high-collared midriff shirt, black pants, shinobi sandals and OVs with his index and thumb fingers exposed, most likely to facilitate the use of his drawing-based techniques. His jacket had short left sleeves. Actually, Kakashi, you may have heard about him, said Zabura pointing at Naruto. For starters, his name is Arashi Senmaki and he's a member of Night Raid, said Zabura, shocking them even more. Enough for this talk, let us finish what we came here to do and fight, said Zabura. Continus next time, fight for the country. Characters speaking, characters thought. Judases, Bu speaking, Bu thought. Summon speaking, summon thought. Time skip. Places, author, last time. Actually, Kakashi, you may have heard about him, said Zabura pointing at Naruto. For starters, his name is Arashi Senmaki and he's a member of Night Raid, said Zabura, shocking them even more. Enough for this talk, let us finish what we came here to do and fight, said Zabura. The current time. Just then 4 Zabuzas appeared surrounding Kakashi, Sasuke, Sakura and Tazuna. However, as the clones tried to attack Sasuke, used kunai to cut of them up, turning them back into puddles of water. I can see it now, thought Sasuke. Oh, so you can see that they were water clones. This Genin has improved. It looks like you got yourself a rival, Haku, said Zabuza. So it would seems, said Haku. However, he was wondering where was Naruto. I have been looking forward to this fight, said Sasuke. Then let's see how much you have improved then, Haku. You know what to do, said Zabuza. Yes, Zabuza-san, said Haku before he started to spin around so fast, making it almost impossible to see. I am at all. However, just as he was close to Sasuke and was about to cut him with his kunai, Sasuke managed to block it with own. You managed to block my attack. Not many people can do that because of my speed. Most impressive, said Haku. You shouldn't expect anything less from an elite ninja like me, Sasuke said with a smile. However, I had key advices over you, said Haku. Yay, like what? Sasuke asked, wanting to know what kind of key advices this guy has over him. First, we are surrounded by water, and second, you only have one arm left to defend yourself from my next attack, said Haku. So what? I will just counter it with ease, said Sasuke. I highly doubt you can counter something like this with ease, said Haku as he started to do hand signs with only just one hand. What, he can perform ninjutsu with just one hand? Sasuke thought in shock. I never heard of a ninja that can perform ninjutsu with only one hand, said Kakashi. Haku is a prodigy unlike any other, Kakashi, said Zabuza. Water style, secret jutsu, 1,000 flying water needles of death, said Haku as he gathered water from what used to be Zabuza's water clones and from the misty air and created many needles made out of water. It surrounded him and Sasuke, and then Haku used his control over them to fire all of them only at Sasuke. Sasuke-kun, Sakura shouted in worry. I just have to remember Kakashi's training. I got to focus my chakra and summon it at once on my feet like with the trees. thought Sasuke as he used his chakra to enhance his jumping speed for a brief moment to avoid Haku's needles. He vanish, said Hawk. But he looked up in the air and saw Sasuke, who was just about to throw a couple shuriken at Haku. However, as he did, Haku managed to dodge each of them. However, Sasuke appeared behind him. You're not as F.A. saint as you think you were. From this moment forward you be the trying to avoid my attacks, said Sasuke. As Sasuke's and Haku's weapons clash again, Sasuke had another kunai which he threw at Haku's head. However, Haku managed to duck it, but Sasuke then kicked Haku in the face and sent flying towards Zabuza. That's not possible, nobody's faster than Haku, Zabuza thought in shock. You thought you were F.A. saint than me, as if let's see what else I'm better than you are at, Sasuke said proudly. You made a big mistake, underestimate these genin. You brought out Sasuke determination to prove you wrong. He's one of the most skilled young fighter back at the Hidden Leaf, and Sakura here is one of the most brightest in her class, and last but not least is Naruto Uzumaki, this year Rocky of the Year, and you have Al. Ready Seen always has a trick under his sleeves, said Kakashi. Ha ha Haku, if we keep going like this we will be the ones in trouble, so stop messing around and finish it already, said Zabuza. Right, said Haku as he started to release his chakra into the air. What is he planning, thought Sasuke. I am sorry it has come to this, said Haku as he started doing hand signs. The air is getting colder, said Sasuke. Ice style. Secret jutsu. Crystal ice mirror, said Haku. Suddenly ice started form behind Sasuke, and then more started to form around him, making 12 ice mirrors hovering above the GR. And then 8 more form hovering above the first 12, and finally 1 ice mirror formed facing downwards. What is that jutsu? How does it work? Kakashi said out loud. Haku then walked next one of ice mirror, and he walked inside of it, and then his reflection appeared in all the mirrors. What kind of technique is this? Thought Sasuke. I got to help him, Kakashi thought as ran towards where Sasuke was, but stopped by Zabuza. If you enter this fight you got to fight me first. Your boy there, he's got no change against that Judas, he's finished, said Zabuza. Now I will show you what speed is really is, said Haku as he readly his senbons. I should act as well, Naruto thought to himself as he lifted up his right sleeve and revealed a storage seal around his waist, and as he sent some of his chakra though it, and in a proof of smoke Naruto was holding one of his swords. The sword itself was a pitch black sword with trims of gray. It has a black hilt connected to a hand guard that drops down on the right sword, and attached to this elongated area of the hand guard is part of the sword. It's Kirito sword, Elucidator, from Sword Art Online. As Naruto changed at Team 7, Sai got high Tonto blade and change and met with Naruto, with both of their blades clashed with Naruto and Sai. As Naruto and Sai both each other with their blades, and people who were close could hear the sound of the metals clashing. Sai grated a scroll and a paintbrush from his back, then he brought it in front of him, and then he quick drawn a tiger and said, Super Beast Scroll. Once his brush left the scroll, the drawing came to live and leap of the page and brew live size, then it attacked Naruto. Naruto saw the drawn tiger coming at him, so he did a couple of hand signs and said, Water style, water bullet. Jutsu. He let out a couple of little water bullets which hit Sai's drawn tiger and caused it to dispel. Interesting jutsu you got there, said Naruto. Thank you, said Sai. If I'm able to capture I am and bring him back to Konoha with us, grandfather would be pleased that we can some intel about this night raid organization, like where is its headquarters, thought Sai. As Sai was thinking Naruto, this is his chance, and began doing a couple of hand sides, then said, Water style, water torrent bullet. As he finished, the misty air below Sai formed into water and became a powerful vortex of water arrow. Sai then Naruto swing his arm, send Sai flying upwards in the air, and as he fell to the ground Naruto had vanished, then reappear and kick him in midair and send he flying again, but towards the others. As Sai clashed to the ground on his right side, hitting his right arm and his right half of his ribcage, he thought, damn it, how could I get distracted? And as he tried to get up he felt an incredible amount of pain. Sai yell out in pain. Are all Konoha genin this week? Naruto asked in a bored tone as he looked straight at Sai. Sai went and grabbed his scroll and paintbrush again, then he drawn 4 lions and said, Super Beast Scroll. As his brush left the page, the four lions leap of the scroll and came to life. Then all of them they went and attacked Naruto. But thanks to Naruto's speed and skill with his katana, he took them out quickly and ran to take Sai out. At Gato's hideout, so Zabuza and his underling went to the bridge, said Gato's bodyguard. Good, once Zabuza get rid of Chizuna, this village will truly be mine, said Gato. But boss, there's still a chance that Zabuza could lose, said Gato's bodyguard. You do have a point in that case. Why don't you gather the other and we'll go to the bridge. If Zabuza and his underling had managed to finish things off, then we'll get rid of them as well, and if they did lose, then we'll just get rid of them. No doubt they will. LB2 tried to defend themselves from us, said Gato. As Gato and his bodyguards entered Gato's office, they saw one stranger sitting on Gato's chair and two others were at his side. The stranger that was sitting down was a boy who was the same age as Naruto. Was Log Senju, the artificial son of Tsunade Senju and Orochimaru. He had tousled white-blue hair, thin eyebrows, with golden eyes, and a pale complexion. He has tousled white-blue hair, thin eyebrows, with golden eyes, and a pale complexion. He was wearing a loose-fitting two-toned light and dark blue kimono jacket with billowing sleeves, tied by a thick khaki-gray Ono stylized belt, and a pair of navy pants. In addition to his outfit, he wears black long fingerless gloves and black calf-length shinobi sandals. He's wearing what Mitsuki wears. On his left side was a small girl who was Chino of the Chinoite clan. She had long light blonde hair that went down to her waist. Two thick strands reach onto her rosy cheeks. She also has violet eyes with small brows. She's wearing what she wore in the anime. Whilst on the right side was a tall boy with long green hair and yellow eyes. He is seen wearing a dark hooded cloak and has a scar under his left eye. He was Noaki. "Who the fuck are you and how dare you sit on my chair?" Gato shouted angrily. "Your chair?" Log said amused. "You two bring me that brat head," Gato ordered. Gato's two bodyguards both changed straight at three strangers, not knowing who they really were dealing with, cause as they got closer to Chino gave them a quick look and placed them under a genjutsu, causing them fall to the ground. What he how? Gato said, shock. "Now then let's talk," said Log. With Haku and Sasuke, Haku started to throw many senbons at Sasuke, cutting him all over his body as well as being impaled into him, causing Sasuke yell out in pain. Then Haku skillful throw a senbon at Sasuke's hand, causing him to throw his kunai away, which landed here by Sakura and Tazuna. "Sasuke," said Kakashi, worry for his student's life. "Sasuke-kun," Sakura shouted in worry for Sasuke's life. "Just try and help him and I will kill the other two in a heartbeat," said Zabuza. Just as Haku prepped to throw more senbons, Sasuke's secretary did a couple of hand signs, and just before Haku start his attack again, Sasuke unleash his jutsu. "Fire style. Fireball jutsu," said Sasuke as he unleashed his fireball at one of mirror, hoping to melt it. However, as the smoke cleared, it revealed it didn't do anything to the mirror at all. "You can't melt these mirrors with your flames," said Haku just before he start throwing his senbons at Sasuke. However, as Haku thrown his senbons at Sasuke, he then did something surprising. Sasuke somehow managed to do both dodge and block some of them with his kunai. How the hell did he manage to do that? Haku thought, but then he saw that Sasuke's eyes has changed from black into a blood red color with one tomos in each of them. "At long last I have finally awakened my clan's legendary bloodline, the Sharingan," Sasuke said proudly. "My first step towards surpassing him, and then I will achieve my revenge against him," thought Sasuke, thinking about Naruto and Itachi. "It still doesn't matter if you have unlocked your clan's bloodline, you wouldn't win this battle," said Haku before he began to throw his senbons. This time was slightly different because now Sasuke was able to see where they were coming from, and so he was able to both dodge and block some of them. However, even though Sasuke was able to see the senbons, his body wasn't fast enough to block or dodge all them. "Damn it, this shouldn't be happening. I finally have the Sharingan now. He shouldn't stand a chance against me," thought Sasuke. Having a bloodlines doesn't automatically make you stronger. They just give you advices over your opponent. Unless your opponent have the same bloodline as you, then it comes down to who has mastered it better than who, said Haku. "Aarrrrrrrr. Sasuke yell out in pain as Haku's senbons cutting him all over his body. "I'm sorry, but I can't stay with you. Forgive," said Sakura. I understand, go now, said Tazuna. Sakura grabbed Sasuke's kunai and ran towards his and Haku's battle. Sakura, said Kakashi, worry for his other student. Sakura jumped into the air and threw Sasuke's kunai back to him, however his kunai was close enough Haku's attacks on Sasuke stop. Because his upper body came out the mirror and caught the kunai. He caught it, Sakura said, panicking that he was going to kill Sasuke with his own because of her. Nice try but tough luck, said Haku. Haku then threw a one more Senbon at Sasuke, knocking him out, but it seemed like he was dead. With Zabuza and Kakashi, hidden mist jutsu, Zabuza said, then a mist covered a part of the bridge. As Ashi and Zabuza were battling, Kakashi's kunai met Zabuza's executioner blade. As they clashed, the sound of them could be heard just the Sai and Naruto battle until both of them stopped and began doing the aim hand signs at the same speed, and then they both said, "Water style. Water dragon jutsu," said Zabuza. Then water from the right side of the bridge rose, a made out of water risen high above him. "What? Style. Water dragon jutsu," said Kakashi. Then water from the left side of the bridge rose, a made out of water risen high above his as well. Then both dragons clashed with each other, cancelling the oath. Out, and the water from them fell to the ground like rain. During this, Kakashi had vanished using the Shunshin no Jutsu, but Zabuza knew Kakashi hadn't ran away from their battle. He was hidden, waiting for the right to strike. Zabuza walked a little bit, then he stopped and tried to sense where Kakashi was hidden. However, Kakashi then reappeared behind Zabuza with his covered in lightning and tried to stab him. Though the chest, but Zabuza was able to avoid the Kakashi's attack. "Do you really think you can beat me in this mist? Don't make me laugh," said Zabuza before he changed and swing his blade, which completely went through Kakashi, but Kakashi turned into water, showed that it was a water clone, not the real Kakashi. "What?" said Zabuza. Then Kakashi appeared behind him. "I never thought anyone could get me from behind me," said Zabuza. "Face the fact, Zabuza, you can't win," said Kakashi. "Haha, you got to be kidding me, you're the losers here," said Zabuza. "I'm sure you already know, those brats of ours have no chance of betting Haku and the other three," said Zabuza. "They don't have the guts to kill anyone," said Zabuza. "But those four are different," said Zabuza. "I had teacher Haku and those three battle skills since they became shinobis of the hidden mist," said Zabuza. "They are fighting machine and armed with deadly skills," said Zabuza. "A ninja doesn't need feelings, all he needs is power," said Zabuza. "That's something you and those brats lack," said Zabuza. "You," said Kakashi. "What's the matter? You got behind me, didn't you? So bring it," said Zabuza. "Hey, what's wrong? You scared now?" "Then," said Zabuza. He then turns around to face Kakashi, then he just turned into water, which surprised Kakashi. "Allow me," said Zabuza behind Kakashi. Zabuza swing his blade at Kakashi, but he was able to drop to the ground and kick Zabuza away. As Zabuza landed, he jumped back at Kakashi, his blade downwards. However, Kakashi blocked it by using his kunai. "Nice reflexes, that's what I like to see," said Zabuza. As Kakashi tried to push Zabuza back, Zabuza was able to knock Kakashi's kunai away from him, but before he could continue his attack, Kakashi kicked his and made him fall. Then Kakashi back flip away from Zabuza. "A ninja doesn't need feelings," Kakashi thought. "But Zabuza, a man like you should know," Kakashi thought. Zabuza changed at Kakashi with his executioner blade. "Really? Even a ninja can't live without feelings. As a machine," Kakashi thought. Kakashi got ready by grabbing two kunais from his back and hold them in both of his hands. "You are also human," Kakashi thought. As she used his two kunais to block Zabuza's attacks, but he knew that eventually his kunais are going to break and he needed to end this fight quickly, so as Kakashi blocked another of Zabuza's attack, he used it as an opportunity to cut Zabuza's right hand, and as he did, Kakashi then got away from Zabuza while Zabuza used it as an opportunity to disappear into the mist. Then Kakashi used the kunai that he didn't just use to cut Zabuza's hand, but instead he used the kunai to cut his own thumb, and after he put the kwani away and then brought out a scroll, which he then opened and ripped his blood across it before sealing it, and he began doing a couple of hand signs, and once he finished he slammed the scroll on the ground. "Summoning jutsu. Earth style. Tracking fang jutsu," said Kakashi as he did, marking appeared on the ground around it. Suddenly the ground around Zabuza burst open and from it came 8 hounds which were all different breeds and they were wearing blue vests and had Konoha headbands around their necks and all of them bit Zabuza's shoulder, arms and his legs. He used my own blood to find in this mist, thought Zabuza. This fight of ours is over, Zabuza, said Kakashi as he started to NNEL a large amount of chakra into his left hand which became visible to everyone to see. Then Kakashi changed it, making it into lightning which sounded like many chipping birds. What is that? Thought Zabuza. It's over, Zabuza. Chidori, said Kakashi before he charged at Zabuza's chest. However, just then someone came flying past him and clashed against the ground. Kakashi turned to look at who it was and he was shocked. Sai, Kakashi shouted, shock everyone else because Sai was a strong member of the foundation being trained by his grandfather at an early age, so seeing Beat was shocking. So who's next? Said Naruto as he walks towards them. What happened with Naruto and Sai? As Naruto ran at Sai he channels chakra though his foot and kicks Sai's chest, but instead of send Sai flying he just burst into a puddle of ink. He can make clones out of ink, Naruto thought as he looks around for Sai. He's way stronger than I thought. I don't think I will be strong enough to bring him back to Konoha, Sai though. UGHT as was hidden behind some metal equipment. As Sai was trying to come up a plan to deal with Naruto, he didn't notice that Naruto had found him thanks to his sensor skill and he got one of his jutsus ready and aiming at Sai. Sai then looked over to see what Naruto was doing and saw that he was looking straight at him. Crap, Sai thought as he was about to jump away. Thunder style. Thunder blast. Naruto said as he held out his arms and fired a large ball of energy at Sai, who just managed to avoid it in time as it would had kill him as it had destroy everything it had touched. He said thunder style. I never of that style before, Sai thought as he looked at the destruction it had caused. Perhaps it's a new bloodline, Sai thought. What kind of jutsu was that? Asked Sai. What kind of food do I? Oh, you take me for like I would tell you anything about my jutsu, said Naruto. If he's able to do something like that then he has just been toying with me the whole time, Sai thought. Naruto thought it was time to get serious, so he vanished using his true speed and reappeared in front of Sai, which surprised him, and then Naruto punched him in the chest which sent flying backwards, but Naruto disappear and reappear where Sai was heading and kick which sent flying again. Naruto did this again and again and again until he kicked Sai in the head towards the newcomer. Now with Naruto and Kakashi. Look kid, stand down, I don't want to kill you, said Kakashi. Oh, you think you could take me down with so little effort, do you, said Naruto. I will do whatever it takes to help this land unlike you, said Kakashi. Don't you think you know why I am here, Leaf Ninja, said Naruto. Then why are here? Kakashi asked. I'm here to help the land of waves as well, said Naruto. Wait, seriously? Chizuna said, surprised. Yes. Indeed, but right, I have something that needs my full attention, said Naruto. Suddenly everyone heard clapping from one side of the bridge as they turned around to see who it was. They saw Gato standing there with many of his trucks. Gato, what are you doing then? Said Zabuza. I came here to finish some loose ends like you, said Gato. What do you mean about that? Said Zabuza. I have decided that you and your partner are no longer any use to my plans anymore, so I am getting rid of you the fun away, said Gato. Gato then turned around to look at his men. Finish them all off and destroy once and for good. And you all will be pay exeter, Gato announced, which then got cheers. Many of Gato's thugs who had crossbows all lined up and they aim at Kakashi and Zabuza, but as they fired them instead hitting their target, the ice wall which was formed just in time. Haku, since when can you create something that fast? Zabuza asked. It wasn't me, Zabuza-san, said Haku, surprising both Zabuza and Kakashi. Then who made it? Zabuza asked curiously. Him, Haku said whilst pointing at Naruto. If you don't mind, I'll handle this, Naruto said, walking towards Gato and his men. Ha ha, you think a child can beat all of us, said one of the thugs. I'm not going to beat all of you, said Naruto. Then what are you going to do then, kid? Said the same thugs from before. I'm going to kill every single one of you, said Naruto. Naruto before he quickly thrown one of his unique kunai at the thug, then in a quick gold flash Naruto appeared right in front of the thug and he slit his throat open, killing him. It shocking everyone, especially Kakashi, as he knew jutsu Naruto had just used. That was Hiraishin. How does this boy knows it? Who exactly is he? Thought Kakashi. Why, you little bastard. Another T. Rug shouted as he changed at Naruto with a spear, and he was aiming for Naruto's chest, but as he was about to reach him, Naruto jumped slightly in the air around the thug's head height, and Naruto then created an axe which he embedded into the thug's skull, and then the axe faded away. But then many other thugs all surrounded Naruto and was about to stab him from all points. However, as they gathered around him, Naruto kneeled down and unleashed many chakra chains coming from his back, impaling many thugs in their chests, killing them before fading away. Then Naruto, in a burst of pure speed, disappeared from sight. But before anyone could think about it, the Gado's thugs started to drop dead on the floor one by one until there was only a few remaining, and Naruto reappeared right in front of last few, who were terrific, and Naruto began to walking towards Gado. Don't just stand there, kill him, Gado shouted. But he just killed most of us already, said one of the thugs. If you kill him, I will pay you all 10 times of what I promise, Gado shouted. Screw you and your money, I'm getting out of here, said another thug before ran towards one of sides of the bridge to escape. But as he ran away, he was slit in half by Naruto's wind slash. I said I was going to kill all of you, and that is what I am going to do, Naruto said in a serious tone, and he then went into a stance with his sword and started to channel his chakra. Though it great wind slash, Naruto said as he unleashed a large variety of the jutsu he used against Kakashi during the test, which cut all the remaining thugs in half. Express ECT for Gado, who just stood there terrific. Please don't kill me, I'll pay you anything you want, I'll even leave this place for good, Gado begged on his knees. No, I'm not going to kill Gado, I'm giving that to the people you have wrong, said Naruto. Just then Shino and Noaki all arrived on the bridge. Shino's eyes glowed red, allowing Gado to remember his little meeting with having placed a genjutsu over Gado, making him forget. You there, I remember you lot. You forced me to sign over everything I have to you, said Gado. That's right, nightly night, Gado, Naruto said before he punched Gado straight in the face, knocking him out. Bloodlines. Like with my other story, Naruto will have all of the bloodline releases, however he will also have some that I have made up, copying from other stories and animes. Kekkei Shinganu, or in English bloodline single, or releases that instead of using multiple elements to create a whole new element, these bloodlines just uses only one element, WH. It then enhances it greatly, and all 5 chakra natures have 2, which are Kekkei Shinganu, bloodline single, fire release, light release. The techniques for it are going to be similar to the White Dragon Slayer techniques that Sting Eucliffe has and who is from the fairy tale anime. Blaze release. The techniques for it are going to be similar to the Blaze ability that Kane Barzot has and who is from the 7 Deadly Sins anime. Also, I'm turning all of Sasuke's Blaze style jutsus into Inferno style and making this Blaze release flames into a light blue color instead. Also, this bloodline uses the user immunity to any and all fire techniques. Water release. Blood release. The main ability is the manipulation of blood. With this ability she can create, shape, and form constructs of blood. Users can also manipulate the enemy's blood if theirs is splattered or somehow entered in the target's bloodstream. Liquid release is technically the hydrophycodon technique that the Hazuka clan has, but will also have all of Juvia Loxer water magic techniques as well. Wind release. Typhoon release. It will do everything that we have seen Noaki's has shown, but as well as techniques that will be similar to the Tempest ability that Hauser has, who is from the 7 Deadly Sins anime. Swift release will mostly involve speed or wind cutting techniques. Earth release. Crystal release. It'll do everything that we have seen Gurren's has shown, but as well as techniques that will be similar to the Iron Dragon Slayer techniques that Gajeel Red Fox has, but will be crystal release and who is from the fairy tale anime. Steel release. The techniques for it are going to be similar to the Iron Dragon Slayer techniques that Gajeel Red Fox has, but will be steel instead. Lightning release. Rick release. The techniques for it are going to be similar to Gilthunder's ability Thunderbolt from the 7 Deadly Sins anime. Also, this bloodline uses the user immunity to any and all lightning techniques. Black and white lightning. Black lightning is far stronger than normal lightning but is slightly slower than normal lightning, whilst white lightning is the opposite, it's far faster than normal lightning but is slightly weaker than normal lightning. Kekkei Genkai, or bloodline limit lava style. earth and fire. Boil style, water and fire. Wood style, water and earth. Storm style, water, and lightning. Ice style, water and wind. Explosion style, lightning and earth. Magnet style, wind and earth. Scorch style, fire and wind. Thunder style, lightning and wind. Energy style is going to be just like Ki from Dragon Ball, which uses fire and lightning. Keke Toad or bloodline selection. Particle style, earth, wind and fire. Poison release, water, fire and wind. Weather manipulation. It WILL also have all of Akino Himahima from High School DxD abilities, lightning, water and wind. Unique styles. Combination bloodlines or combo of two bloodlines are using a Keke Shinganu bloodline single in a release. The Chunin exams beginning. Part 1. Characters speaking, characters thought. Jutsus. Summon speaking, summon thought. Gyu speaking, Gyu thought. Places. Time skip. Author speaking. Last time. Great wind slash. Naruto said as he unleashed a large horizon of the jutsu he used against Kakashi during the test, which cut all the remaining thugs in half. Except for Gato, who just stood there terrific. Please don't kill me. I'll pay you anything you want. I'll even leave this place for good. Gato begged on his knees. No, I'm not going to kill Gato. I'm giving that to the people you have wrong, said Naruto. Just then Log, Chino and Noaki all arrived on the bridge. Chino eyes glowed red, allowing Gato to remember his little meeting with having placed a genjutsu over Gato, making him forget. You there, I remember you lot. You force me to sign over everything I have to you, said Gato. That's right, nightly night Gato, Naruto said before he punched Gato straight in the face, knocking him out. Now at the current time, Naruto then turned around and faced the others. Now then Tazuna, I need to discuss something with you. Privacy, said Naruto. Wait just there, do you honest L? Why think that we will allow you to talk to Tazuna alone? I don't think so, said Kakashi. If I wanted Tazuna dead I would have done it already, and besides your opinion doesn't matter here, said Naruto. Before lifting his right arm, and a golden chain shot out of his hand and wrapped around Tazuna, and then it pulled Tazuna towards Naruto and the others. Tazuna, Kakashi shouted in worry for Tazuna's life. That was just like Kushina chains, but how can he do it as well, thought Naruto. I said speak to Tazuna. Privacy, Naruto said, and Log slammed his hand on the ground and a seal appeared around him. ND Tazuna, then a red barrier appeared around them, preventing everyone else seeing them. What the hell is that, thought everyone else. Inside the just, now then we can discuss, said Naruto. What do you want from me, Tazuna said, scared. Nothing bad, I assure you. I just want to talk about forming allies, said Naruto. You want to forming allies with us, said Tazuna. Yes I do. I come from the land of the whirlpool, said Naruto. I thought the land of the whirlpool was destroyed, said Tazuna. It was before I restored it, said Naruto. You restored it, but you're so young, said Tazuna. You shouldn't underestimated someone just because of your ego. So what do you say to my deal, said Naruto. If I agree to this, will you help my village in return, said Tazuna. Yes, of course I will, in return all of the money that Gato stole from you. Rebuild or build new homes for your people, as well as give them food and medical supplies, protection from anyone else who wishes to take over your village like W. Had Gato did, and before coming here I forced Gato to sign over his company to me, so I also give your people jobs where unlike Gato I will pay, said Naruto. That does sound better what Konoha has to offer, thought Tazuna. And what exactly do you want in return, Tazuna asked. As you know, the land of waves has control over the seas in the trading industry, which is one of the reason why Gato took counter. Over it, so forming alliance with you will benefit Uzuo Shiogakure greatly as well, said Naruto. You're right, if everything you saying is indeed true, alliance with your land would benefit both of us. But I can't make that decision myself, I would need to inform the rest of my village about this, said Tazuna. Very well, as you do that I'll inform my village about this and have them ready the food. And medical if you chose to join, Naruto said before he clinking his fingers, and the pitch black dome around Naruto and Tazuna shattered. Tazuna, father, grandpa, everyone, Tazuna said, shocked by seeing his daughter, grandson and the rest of his village. Well, it seems that your village came to help out. How nice. Anyways, I'll be back in a couple days for your decision. However, I would be Read full if you don't tell the Konoha team about this, Naruto said before disappeared. Hey, that masked guy and oh these theirs are gone. Sakura shouted. Damn it, I hope to get a little more intel Abu. The night raid organization from them, thought Kakashi. Zabuza-san, Haku said as he appeared next to Zabuza and then he took Zabuza away. They're gone as well, said Kakashi. A couple days later. So, Chizuna, have you come to a decision, said Naruto. Yes we have and we agree to your terms, said Chizuna. Good then let's first return what Gato stole from you. His Naruto then clicked his finders and several black hooded people appeared. Holding ninja scroll, however what shocked Kakashi and Mito was the Uzumaki clan symbol on their hoods. Who are these people? Said Chizuna. They are my shinobis, said Naruto. Naruto's shinobi then unsealed the scrolls to reveal bags of money, food and medical supplies. It was useful that Gato kept a book filled with intel about money he took from you so we know X. Selly, how much Gato owns you, said Naruto. Naruto's shinobi went ahead and gave the people of the Land of the Waves their money back, food, medical and building supplies. You just tell me where you are. NT new buildings and I'll create them, said Naruto. Yes thank you so much but please excuse me, I need to fully pay the Konoha team for the mission, said Chizuna. Why in the hell are I wearing this, ate one of the two hooded people behind who were in fact Zabuza and Haku. We can't allow Konoha to know that you have joined up with me and with those rings I gave you too they will hide your charkas, said Naruto. So now that you're in charge of Gato's company are you going to change the name, said Haku. Yes I was thinking the Golden Fox Trading Company, said Naruto. At Konoha, after 1 hour all of the members of the Konoha team were presented in front of there was all the members of the Konoha council sitting down by a large wooden U-shaped table who were the clan heads of all the clans within Konoha, the Hyuga, Aburame, Inuzuka, Sarutobi, Nara, Akamiki, Yamanaka, Shimura and Kurama. Though there were empty seats Uzumaki, Senju and Uchiha, next was the high-ranking shinobi commanders. Then there were civilian side of the council which were all the most wealthiest merchants within Konoha and finally the three elders who were all students of the former second Hokage Tobirama Senju. And in the middle of all of them was the third Hokage. Hiyashi Hyuga. He has long brown hair and featureless white eyes like all members of his clan. He normally wears very traditional, loose-fitting robes with a long-sleeved, brown haori. Shibi Aburame, like all members of his clan, has his eyes obscured by dark glasses which feature a single tassel hanging down from one side. He has very spiky short black hair and a mustache. He typically wears a high-collared outfit, while carrying a gourd on his back. Sume has an animalistic look similar to that of her son Kiba. She has long, spiky, untamed brown hair, vertical slit-like pupils, elongated canine teeth and nails. She also has the clan fang markings on her cheeks as well as markings over her eyes and a dark shade of purple lipstick. He wears the standard outfit of a Konoha shinobi consisting of flak jacket and a black suit underneath with the sleeves rolled up and bandages around her legs. Shikaku Nara has 2 scars on the right side of his face which were probably his most noticeable feature. Like his son, he had dark hair tied up into a spiky ponytail, dark eyes as well as a goatee. His ears were also pierced. He was wearing the standard Konoha shinobi outfit and Shikaku's flak jacket is depicted as a deeper shade of green. Choza Akamichi is a tall, plump man with long, spiky red hair and purple markings on his cheeks. With the latter being a common trait in the Akamichi clan, he wears a samurai-like outfit which entails a black suit completed with armor that has the kanji for food, shoku on it. He also wears a rope belt, hand guards, and instead of a forehead protector, a hachimaki tied around his head. Inoichi Yamanaka has long ash blonde hair reaching into his back, which he wore spiky on top and ending in a long ponytail. Blue-green eyes and strong facial features, which included a well-defined jawline. He wore the standard outfit of the Konoha interrogation unit, complete with a long black overcoat. Hair is pulled back in a twin bun locked by a traditional Japanese hairpin. The pearls on her hair needle have also increased and tassels were added to the other end. Her earrings are also considerably longer. As a member of the Konoha Council, Kaharu wears a simple long kimono, closed by an obi, a jacket, and a sash over it. Kaharu has also taken to squinting, barely opening her eyes at any point in time. Homura is depicted with gray hair, a beard, glasses as well as a constant frown that he's always worn, even in his youth. He also has a strong jawline, a facial structure he has retained even in his old age. As a member of the Konoha Council, he wears haori with a blue, full-length kimono that is tied using a white sash. Danzo appeared as a frail, old man who would normally walk with a cane. He had black, shaggy hair, and his right eye was bandages. Danzo has had an X-shaped scar on his chin ever since his youth. He wore a white shirt, with a black or dark gray robe over the top of it covering from his feet to just over his right shoulder. The robe conceals his right arm, which was bandaged and covered with 3 large golden braces. Now then, as everyone who was a part of your team is here, we will let you to tell us what exactly happened in the Land of Waves, said Hiruzen. Yes, Hokage-san, said Kakashi. I'm not going to write Kakashi's description of the battle, you know what, from the previous chapters. As Kakashi finished his report about the battle during the Land of Waves, the entire council was shocked when Jiraiya told them about Night Raid show up, and they wanted to know how Arashi Senmaki knew the Flying Thunder Jutsu as well as Thunder Style. How can this kid how Minato's jutsu no one knows how to perform it, not even Jiraiya, said Inoichi. And what is this Thunder Jutsu of his, said Choza. It could possibly be a new bloodline or unique techniques similar to yours, Aburame, Inuzuka, Sarutobi and Yamanaka clan possess, said Shikaka. I thought that if we managed to capture him we could get him to join Konoha or get any intel on the Night Raid organization, said Kakashi. I agree, it would have been useful get him to join Konoha as well as intel on this organization, said Danzo. If my Rude managed to capture him, we'll see if he does possess this new bloodline for Konoha to possess, or if it's a unique technique that I have him teach my shish Anobi it as well, of course teaching the Flying Thunder Jutsu, thought Danzo. I wonder why the Land of Waves didn't want to form an alliance with us with everything that they've been, though you would think they would be jump at the chance, said Choza. I agree, it is strange, said Shibi. Kakashi, do you have any idea what Arashi discussed with the Tizuna? Hiruzen asked. No, nothing, as the pale Nukem created a barrier which prevented us from seeing or hearing their meeting, and afterwards Tizuna wouldn't tell us anything, said Kakashi. What happened to Zabuza and that Yuki clan member, Hayashi? I don't know, after the battle they disappeared, said Kakashi. I are going to need to keep a close eye on Night Raid, they could become allies or enemies, thought Hiruzen. At Uzukage Mansion, Naruto sat in his Uzukage throne without his mask on, and stood in front of him was Dracula Mihawk, the world's greatest swordsman in the world and Naruto's swordsman teacher. He was a tall, lean man with black hair, yellow hawk-like eyes, a short beard, mustache and sideburns that point upwards. He wears black and red ornate clothing with a crucifix pendant that hides a little dagger, which gives him the appearance of a Spanish swordsman. His attire consists of a wide-brimmed black hat decorated with a large plume, and a long, open black coat with no shirt underneath, with red, flower-patterned sleeves and collar. He wears white, light purple in the anime pants held up by a decorated belt and tucked inside overly large boots in comparison to his leg size. He wears a kobatana around his neck, appearing as a golden cross-shaped necklace. And he was carrying his sword Yuru on his back. So Mihawk, what have you learned in Suna? Naruto asked curiosity. They are planning to turn on Konoha and work with Orochi Himaru the rogue Sannin to destroy, said Mihawk. Really, that is indeed interesting, but only problem I see in that verse is if someone like Orochimaru to gain Konoha bloodlines and secrets, it would be bad for everyone, said Naruto. They are planning to do this during the Chunin exams finals, which is going to be held in Konoha this year, said Mihawk. I see, however, knowing Orochimaru, he will say, ND someone or go himself to obtain any bloodlines, said Naruto. Indeed, he has made it clear to Suna that he wants Sasuke alive, most likely to possess his body and obtain his Sharingan, said Mihawk. The Sharingan in the hand someone like Orochimaru is too dangerous to ignore, said Naruto. What are you planning to do, Naruto-san? Mihawk asked curiosity. To prevent Orochimaru from gaining the Shari, I'll go to Konoha to take part of the Chunin exams. It's a perfect chance to show the world that Uzuoshio had returned and better than ever, said Naruto. Won't the other villages attack us once they learn of us, said Mihawk. They may try but they will fail thanks to the barrier jutsu I have over the land, said Naruto. Didn't the old Uzuoshio had a barrier but it failed during the attack, said Mihawk. Yes, you are correct. Somehow Kumo and Iwa found a way. I don't know they did it by themselves or someone gave it to them, but it won't happen to us, said Naruto. Why is that, Naruto-san? Mihawk asked curiosity. Because I have improved it greatly and has no blueprints for it, said Naruto. I see, and who Excelli will be bringing with you? Mihawk asked curiosity. No, I will go alone, said Naruto. I see, but won't it be dangerous for you? Said Mihawk. It will, but I won't risk the others, as knowing Konoha they may try to kidnap one of them to intel on us, said Naruto. I see, and will you be revealing yourself? Said Shisui. No, I won't, said Naruto. Not if I help it, thought Naruto. The council chambers. The council room was busy with activity as the heads of the All Leafs major clans Ing with members of several civilians council, as well as the Anbu commander were present there. They all had gathered there for the special emergency council meeting. Although, the strange thing was had none of them knew what the emergency was. After a little while, once everyone settled into their seats in the council room, the third Hokage entered the room. Thank you all for coming so quickly, said Hiruzen. Once all the Jonin senseis had gathered, now as some of you may or may not know, the Chunin exam are about to take place shortly. Upon hearing this, there was a large amount of mutt tearing in the hall, as many of them surprised that it was time for the Chunin exam already. Fortunately though, after a minute or two, things settled down again, where the Hokage then continued to speak. So I would like to hear any recommendations from those of you who believe that their team is ready to compete in the exam, said Hiruzen. I, Kakashi Hatake, Jonin Sensei of Team 7 nominates I.S. Himura and Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno for the exams, said Kakashi. I, Kurenai Yuhi, Jonin Sensei of Team 8 nominate Kiba Inuzuka, Hinata Hyuga and Shino Aburame for the exams, said Kurenai. Said, I, Maeda Guy, Jonin Sensei of Team 9 nominate Neji Hyuga, Rock Lee and Tenten Higurashi for the exams, said Guy in a serious tone that surprised everyone that expected him to start shouting. I, Asuma Sarutobi, Jonin Sensei of Team 10 nominate Shikamaru Nara, Ino Yamanaka and Choji Akamichi for the exams. Asuma finished and everyone started whispering about all the rookies being nominated. As everyone was talking amongst themselves, Iruka, who was currently sitting next to the Hokage, decided to voice his concerns about the rookie Genin's teams entering the Chunin exam. Excuse me, Hokage-sama, but are you sure that it's wise to have 3 rookie Genin teams, who only just graduated from the academy less than 6 months ago? Said Iruka. If you really feel that they aren't ready, why don't you test them for yourself? Kakashi said, his eye not wavering in the slightest. If Iruka had gained their attention before, Kakashi had just put them all on the edge. There was no protest for the Chunin exams before, just the Junin sensei's approval and a minimum required mission count of 8. They had heard people object to the Junin's decisions before, but they had never seen a Junin push back. Hushed whispers carried through the room, most being bets of who would likely win the debate. Iruka paled slightly, but was intrigued by Kakashi's challenge. What exactly do you mean by that? Kakashi grimaced, but he explained what he was thinking without hesitation. It's actually pretty straightforward. You think up a test of a shinobi skill that you remember them either excelling or failing at that. If they pass, then you will allow them to continue on to the Chunin exams. If they fail your test, then they won't be allowed to enter. The murmuring increased, most of them now thoroughly confused. Iruka, however, understood what Kakashi was getting at. I see, so you want me to prove that they are ready to take the exams? He scowled as he looked at Kakashi. What if I give THM a test that I know that they'll fail at? No, you won't, Iruka. If they think their Genins are ready, then they are ready, so deal with it, said Hiruzen. Yes, Hokage-san, said Iruka. Just then a Chunin appeared in the room holding a scroll. Hokage-san, we have a late entirely for the Chunin exams, said the Chunin. Okay, so treat it like the rest and add them to the list, said Hiruzen. But it's Ho, it is from you should see, said the Chunin. All right, bring it here, said Hiruzen. As the Chunin handed Hiruzen the scroll, and after he read it his eyes opened up in shock. Lord Third, what's wrong? What does it say? Kakashi asked curiosity. I don't believe, but it says that it's from the Night Raid organization and a single member will be entering the Chunin exams, Hiruzen said in shock. What? They all shouted in shock. To be continued in Chunin exams beginning part 2. The Chunin exams beginning. Part 2. Characters speaking. Characters thought. Jutsus. Summon speaking. Summon though. Chi. Byu speaking. Byu thought. Places. Time skip. Author speaking. Last time. Just then a Chunin appeared in the room holding a scroll. Hokage-san, we have allayed entirely for the Chunin exams, said the Chunin. Okay, so treat it like the rest and add them to the list, said Hiruzen. But it's who it is from you should see, said the Chunin. Alright, bring it here, said Hiruzen. As the Chunin nded Hiruzen the scroll, and after he read it his eyes open up in shock. Lord Third, what's wrong? What does it say? Kakashi asked curiosity. I don't believe, but it says that it's from the Night Raid O. Our organization and a single member will be entering the Chunin exams, Hiruzen said in shock. What? They all shouted in shock. Now at the current time. 1 month later at Konoha's East Gate. The best fry, Enzazumo and Katetsu were doing the worst job any Leaf shinobi could do, and that was village gate guard duty. This SSS suits, moaned Katetsu while sitting beside his best friend Azumo, whose eye was twitching in annoyance. They both got sick of watching nothing, so they both decided to play a game of cards. Oh, will you give it a rest? Yelled Azumo. He might not like guard duty as much as his friend, but at least he wasn't going to bitch about it. But Azumo, nobody comes here unless they are for the Chunin exams, and that's starting tomorrow. Nobody is gonna come here so late. Eyeing at his friend's childishness, he looked at the cards he had in his hand and placed them on the table. Well, you best keep your wits up because you never know if there's gonna be an enemy attack, told Azumo. Yay, whatever, muttered Katetsu while placing down one of his cards. Azumo noticed how his friend's eyes suddenly darted towards the dirt road and followed his gaze. He saw one shadowed figure walking down the road towards them. Looks like we have one more applicant, smirked Azumo seeing his friend grunt, but both kept their guards up just in case that they were enemies. With Uzushiobor team, Naruto under his Arashi Senmaki identify was walking towards Konoha by himself. However, he wasn't happy about it as he had to see Konohagakure again after 5 years since he last saw it before he ran away. As Naruto continued to walk until he was standing in front of the booth which Azumo and Katetsu were standing in. May I help you? Asked Azumo looking at boy in front of him. Yes, we are here for the Chunin exams. I'm from the Night Raid organization, said Naruto. Both Azumo and Katetsu eyes widened at that information as they were given a report from the third Hokage which they have read a couple of days ago. Oh yes, welcome to the Hidden Leaf Village. We're glad that you were able to come. If you wouldn't mind, I would like you to tell me your names so I can write them down. Our registration log, said Katetsu holding a pen and clipboard up. My name is Arashi Senmaki, said Naruto. This person is the one that the Hokage told us to keep an eye out for, thought Katetsu. Quote, well, welcome to Konohagakure, said Azumo. As Naruto walked through gates into the village, they saw several shinobi from other countries walking around and doing their own thing. Naruto also noted how some people would look at his group strangely. They treat anyone who isn't allies with Konoha like this, thought Naruto. Naruto also knew that he has been watched by Konoha Anbu Black Ops. Naruto could sense them hiding in the shadows and in the alleyways. They Hokage must have told our arrive, thought Naruto. All going for a wander around before going to the hotel, said Naruto. Naruto walked thr alley and was looking around the area while remembering his life in the village. The glares, the neglect, the beatings, he remembers it all, and it all started with the village. If it wasn't Beck, Kuruma attacked the village, or the masked man who claimed to be Madara Uchiha, and it wasn't even because of his father who had sealed Kuruma in his gut. It was the damned village. Their stupidity and fear has made Naruto's first 6 years in this world a living hell. It was his first meeting with Kuruma that saved his life from damnation by the village, and now he's gonna show the village what they missed out on. I regret nothing, thought Naruto, smiling warmly. His smile left his face quickly when Anbu wearing a bird mask appeared in front of him. Arashi Senmaki, you have been called foe. Ra meeting with the Hokage, said the Anbu. No, I'm not going to have a meeting with the old Hokage, so make sure you tell him that and leave me alone, says Naruto walking past the Anbu. The Anbu quickly turned around to grab Naruto by his right shoulder and grips it tightly to show superiority. I'm sorry, but it wasn't a request, said the Anbu. And I'm no longer a child, whispered Naruto. He remembers this certain Anbu who had once joined a mob beating instead of stopping it, and now that Naruto is back he has a lot of debts that need to be paid and he's gonna collect one way or another. The Anbu then saw Naruto wave his right hand around, and next minute he gasped in shock and fear when he suddenly couldn't breathe, which caused him to go of Naruto. You think just cause I'm young you have control over me, said Naruto. The Anbu Black Ops member tried his best to be able to breathe again, but nothing he did work, and then he notices Naruto's left hand was in hand seal. Despite me not being a shinobi of this village or even a civilian, said Naruto. The Anbu Black Ops member then saw his air coming out from his mouth and form a dome around his head, choking him. You're Lucy that I don't want to deal with Konoha for killing you, said Naruto. Naruto bended the air out of the Anbu Black Ops member just like what Zager did to the Earth Queen, but Naruto allowed the Anbu Black Ops member live. As the air dome around the Anbu Black Ops member vanished, he collapsed and Naruto disappeared. Naruto was sitting on top of a building looking at his former. He had to admit Konoha is beautiful. Sure, he hates the people of Konoha, but that doesn't change the fact, and as he looked over he heard something that caught his attention. Damn it, brat, that hurt, the shinobi said and picked up the small child B. Why his collar, getting ready to apply some punishment. From what Naruto could see, the two strange shinobis with sand initiate. The one holding the kid wore a black, baggy, full-body suit with a red and yellow circle on the front. He also wears a black hood which covered his head completely and had cat-like ears and his forehead protector on his forehead. He also a bundle in his back with white bandages surrounding it completely. The other shinobi's outfit consists of a single light purple-colored, off-the-shoulders garment that extended to halfway down her thighs, with a scarlet sash tied around her waist. In addition to incorporating fishnet worn over her shoulders and legs, specifically on her right calf and her left thigh, she also wore her black forehead protector around her neck. The boy who was being held up by the Suna shinobi had short spiky brown hair and black eyes. He wore gray shorts and a yellow shirt with a red Konoha symbol printed on it and long blue scarf around his neck. His name was Konohamaru Sarutobi, and he was the grandson of Hiruzen Sarutobi. He had short brown hair and dark eyes. He had big circular glasses and wore a simple blue shirt which zipped up the middle. A pair of brown pants and sandals. His name was Udon. She has orange hair tied up with red elastics into two very large pigtails. She wears a red tank top over a pink t-shirt layered at the bottom. Her pants are gray and she wears the traditional ninja sandals. Her name was Moegi. Leave the kid alone, Kankuro, the kunoichi in the back said. I've got to teach him some respect, Tamari, Kankuro replied the female shinobi. Fine, but if you get in trouble I'm not helping, Tamari replied, and Kankuro nodded, getting ready to smash his fist into Konohamaru. Sakura just watched, scared of them. Suddenly a small pebble fly through the air out of the corner of his eye and hit Kankuro's wrist. After being hit, Kankuro almost immediately dropped Konohamaru, as he held his wrist in pain from being hit so suddenly and hard. When everyone looked to where the pebble came from, they saw Sasuke sitting up on the thick branch of a nearby tree. You're a long way from home and way out of your league, said Sasuke as he stared at Kankuro, who looked pissed at Sasuke stopping him. SSSAASSS's Soup-kun, cried Sakura with joy at seeing her crush arriving to the rescue. HHHMMM, he's not bad looking, Tamari thought while looking at Sasuke. Tisk, this punk is piss me off, muttered Kankuro as he held his wrist and glared at the young Uchiha. I suggest that you get lost, spoke Sasuke with a cold stare, where he then crushed the small pebble that he was holding in his hand. SSS Su CCCCOOOOOLLLLLL, tried both Sakura and Moegi, with heart-shaped eyes. Oh yeah, you little shit, Kankor, said as he took off the large bandaged object that he was carrying on his back and slammed it onto the ground. What, you're going to use the crow for this? Cried a worried Tamari, when she saw what her younger brother was going to do. However, before anybody could do anything, a unique kunai came flying out and hitting the ground. Then a golden flash Naruto appeared in front of Kankuro, and before Kankuro did anything, he suddenly felt that he got stabbed in stomach, stopping him completely. When he turned away, he saw Naruto, but he didn't have a weapon, instead his right hand index finger pointing out. Now there's no need to fight that for the Chunin seems, Naruto said, where he channeled his killed instinct through his index finger, which made Kankuro stop his attack. What the hell, I'm sure I felt like I got stabbed, but there isn't any wound on me. Don't tell me this masked guy just poked me and caused all that, thought Kankuro. Now then, why don't you and your sister know what is best for you and leave, said Naruto. At hearing this, Kankuro gritted his teeth in anger and growled at Little, who are you? Besides, your teammate doesn't seem very happy, Naruto said, looking up towards a nearby tree. Suddenly from behind the tree that Sasuke still on appeared another sand shinobi higher up. He is a little shorter than the average males of his age. He has fair skin and short, spiky, auburn hair, which was sometimes depicted as red. He has green eyes and no distinctive pupils or eyebrows either. He has two very notable traits in his appearance. Firstly, he has tanuki-like black eye rings. He had the kanji for love on the left side of his forehead. Sasuke was especially surprised and shocked that he couldn't sense the boy, as he had his shinobi senses on high alert. How did he get there? He never made a sound. Without any of us besides this guy hearing him, only Jonin at Kakashi's level are that smooth, thought Sasuke with a calculating looking. Naruto, you can feel it, right? Said the Kyuubi. Yeah, there's no mistaking it, Naruto said within his mind to the Kyuubi. Naruto chuckled. I never thought that I'd find another Jinchuriki in all places. He looked at Gaara. Perhaps his exam won't be such a waste of time after all. Jinchuriki, others from Konoha thought, not knowing what it meant. Who are you? Gaara's eyes narrowed. How does he know that? He dismissed off RS as his eyes focused on the blonde boy. Who are you? Gaara's eyes narrowed. How does he know that? He dismissed others as his eyes focused on the blonde boy. The name's Sasuke of the famous Uchiha clan, Sasuke said proudly. Not you, him, Gaara said, pointing at Naruto. Arashi Senmaki, Naruto made a mocking bow. Nice to meet you too. One Tails, he whispered the last one, so only Gaara could hear it. Much to his siblings' surprise, Gaara's usually blank eyes were widened in shock as he watched Naruto chuckled before he disappeared in a golden flash. That's so cool, all children thought. Who the hell was he? Kankuro cried out in disbelief. I should keep an eye out for him, thought Gaara. Day of the Chunin exams. Naruto was standing outside the Konoha Academy then, and as he entered the building and headed towards the room where the exam was going to be held. As they walked up the flight of stairs to the floor where the exam was going to be held, they saw a large crowd gathered outside the room on the second floor, where the exam was said to be held. As they got closer, they saw a boy in a green outfit being pushed back by two tall-looking genin, who were blocking the way into the room. You're actually trying to take the Chunin exam at your level, mocked one of the genin. You kids should quiet while you still can, as you won't last in the exam, said the other genin. Please just let us through, spoke Tenten as she helped Lee back up and then tried to walk, though, only to be pushed back by one of the two boys. Hey there, no need to do that, spoke another genin in the waiting crowd. We're doing you all a favor by keeping from doing the exam, as it is extremely difficult and we've seen people get seriously injured in it, since they weren't ready for it, spoke one of the two boys who had two bandages on his cheeks. He's right, as a Chunin is a leader of the squad and it's his job to make sure that his subordinates come back alive from a mission, so what's wrong with weeding out the weaklings, as they aren't going to pass anyway if they can't get by us, said the other boy. That's a pretty sound argument, but I'll pass, spoke Sasuke as he stepped forward. Also undo this field that you created by using genjutsu, as I want to go to the third floor where the exam is being held. That idiot, the genjutsu was supposed to get rid of weak people who are fools to fall for it, Naruto thought. At hearing this, many people in the crowd grew confused, not understanding what Sasuke was talking about. Oh, so you notice, spoke the boy with the bandages on his face. Yeah, you guys also noticed earlier, said Sasuke where he looked back at Sai and Sakura. as both of you have the best analyzing skills and genjutsu know-how on our squad. Hell yeah, Sasuke-kun praised my skills. Sakura thought, happily, you're pretty good, but just being able to detect isn't enough, spoke the boy with the bandages on his face. He quickly flipped forward to kick Sasuke, who saw it coming and prepared to block the kick with a kick of his own. But just as the two were about to hit each other, Lee suddenly appeared between them and caught both their legs. He's fast, Naruto thought as he looked at green clothing Genin. He's a completely different person that he was a moment ago. He must have been only letting those guys push him around so to keep his skill level from everyone else so they would underestimate him. Clever, thought Naruto. He stopped me with just a kick, thought Sasuke with some surprise and annoyance at how easily this stranger had caught his kick. Soon after, Lee let go of both Sasuke and the other boy, where when he did, his teammates walked up to him. Lee, you broke our promise, Lee, said the newcomer who had fair skin, long brown hair and featureless white eyes. He wore a beige-colored shirt, a dull blue shirt beneath that, and mesh armor beneath that. He wore dark brown shorts, blue shinobi sandals, and wrapped bandages around his right arm, chest, and right leg. He tied his hair back in a loose ponytail tied a few inches above the end. He wore a black forehead protector, under which was a smaller headband with two straps that framed the sides of his face. His name was Neji of the Hyuga clan. When Neji and Tenten came up to Lee, "You're the one who didn't want to gain people's attention by doing something to stand out," said the newcomer. "I'm sorry," spoke Lee, where the then turned to look at Sakura and blush a little. Upon seeing this, brown-haired guy just scoffed as he figured Lee had done what he did to impress Sakura. After being scolded by his teammate, Lee then walked up to Sakura. "My name is Rock Lee, let's go out together. I'll protect you till the day I die," spoke Lee, where he then did his nice guy pose. Sakura stared at him for a moment before she spoke. "No way, you're lame," she deadpanned. That caused Lee slumped in depression. Sakura was quick to speak. The boy was lame. His jumpsuit, hair and everything about just seemed wrong. No, she said. "I belong to Sasuke-kun," she thought to herself. "Hey, you," the brown-haired boy said, facing Sasuke. "What's your name?" Sasuke looked at the boy and scoffed. "If you want to learn someone's name, you should give your own first." Neji just frowned. "You're a rookie, right?" he asked. Not leaving any time to answer his question, he continued. "How old are you?" Sasuke scoffed again. "I don't have to answer you," he said. Sasuke and the Hyuga turned from each other and began to walk away. "Let's go, we are wasting time," Naruto sighed. To teammates, and they continued to make their way to exam hall. In the exam room, when Naruto entered the exam room, almost every single Genin's turned toward him and began glaring at him. Many of the Genin's teams, who were older than they were by several years, began leaking killing intent at Naruto. Try intimate him, but it didn't work as Naruto trained by Sebastian, so he unleashed a bit of his own killing instinct, which scared most of them. Naruto made his way towards a wall and waited there until the exams being. Suddenly a loud squeal erupted toward the Chunin exam hall door. "Sasuke-kun, I missed you so much," a girl said as she jumped on top of Sasuke, wrapping her arms around his neck and her legs around his waist. "Did you miss me too?" The girl has fair skin, blue eyes, and long platinum blonde hair worn in a ponytail, with bangs framing the right side of her face. Her hair is seen in different lengths. Her ponytail extends to her waist, but it is later cut and grows to shoulder length. She wore purple outfit consisting of a high-collared blouse and matching apron skirt. She also wore an attire with bandages on her abdomen and legs, small hoop earrings, her forehead protector worn as a belt, and for a time, white arm warmers. Several tick marks appeared on Sakura's forehead. "Get the hell off him, Ino pig," she shouted. "Troublesome women," a guy muttered as he another guy made their way towards the group. He has narrow brown eyes and a typical expression suggesting he is either bored or irritated. He has shoulder-length black hair tied in a spiky ponytail. He wears a short-sleeved gray jacket with green-edged sleeves and the rudimentary Nara clan symbol on the back, under which is a green-lined mesh t-shirt. He also wears brown pants, a pair of his clan's traditional silver hoop earrings, and wears his blue forehead protector around his left arm. His name is Shikamaru of the Nara clan. The other guy has a rotund build and markings on his cheeks in the form of swirls. He has spiky, brown hair that sticks upward. He wears a green, short-sleeved houri with a long, white scarf over a light green shirt, with the kanji for food on it. He also wore black shorts, hoop earrings, and bandages around his legs and forearms. His blue forehead protector was styled in a manner that allowed 2 tufts of hair to poke out at each side. His name was Choji of the Akamichi clan. Don't tell me that you guys are also going to take this troublesome exam, too? Asked an annoyed Shikamaru, as he and Choji walked up to their teammate and former classmates. Hush, you guys are all doing the exam as well, spoke a new voice, where when everyone looked they saw 2 guys and 1 girl walking towards them. The boy in the middle has messy brown hair, RP black eyes with vertical slit-like pupils, pronounced canine teeth, and nails that he can change into claws. He also has the distinctive red fang markings on his cheeks. He wore a dark grayish pants reaching to his calves and a gray, hooded fur-lined coat, with the hood usually placed on his head, over an apparent plate of armor and fishnet undershirt and a blue forehead protector and blue san dolls. His name was Kiba of the Inuzuka clan. On top of Kiba's head was a dog which was a small puppy with white fur. His eyes are squinted, appearing closed, and he has a brown nose, as well as brown patches on his ears and a brown outline around his mouth. His fur on top of his head is styled to somewhat resemble a mohawk. His name was Akamaru. The other boy had dark sunglasses and a sea green jacket with a high, upturned collar. He had a fair-skinned, dark, bushy brown hair and dark narrow eyes. His name was Shino of the Aburame clan. The girl of the group had white eyes and dark blue hair that she keeps in a short, kept just above her forehead with chin-length strands framing her face. She wears a cream-colored hooded jacket with a fire symbol on the upper sleeves and fur around the cuffs and hem. Along with this she wears navy blue pants and keeps her forehead protector around her neck. Her name was Hinata of the Hyuga clan. Are you doing the exam as well? Asked Shikamaru in his usual bored tone. The rookie 9 of the Hidden Leaf, Kiba said excitedly, explaining himself quickly at seeing the confused looks. The first times in years since rookies have attended the Chunin exams and we are the ones to do it. Hoo boy, this is going one hell of a showdown. Hinata put a hand on his shoulder to calm him down. You sure seem confident, Kiba. Sasuke said he had finally divested Ino from his back. Kiba scoffed. We did a lot of training. We won't lose to the likes of you, he said with bursting confidence. As Naruto watched the Konoha genin among themselves, he couldn't help but think that if he had stayed in Konoha he would have known them. Just then Naruto saw a sliver-haired older genin walk towards the large group of genin. The guy had small black eyes with round circular glasses on his nose. He wore a dark purple shirt with a white undershirt and a white obi around his waist worn at a slight angle. He also wore dark purple pants with a shuriken holster on his left hip. All of you be quiet. The silver-haired genin stepped closer to the group, drawing everyone else's attention. You guys are rookies just from the academy, right? He asked, as if he hadn't heard Kiba's loud declaration, screaming like schoolgirls, this isn't a picnic. Who do you think you are? Kiba asked, annoyed at the guy's obvious remarks. My name is Kabuto Yukushi and you lot are being so noisy. Take a look around you, he said. Kiba looked around him and gulped when he noticed that almost everyone inside was glaring at them. Have you already tried the exam? Sakura asked. Actually, this is my 7th try, Kabuto explained sheepishly, rubbing the back of his head. Man, you must be weak, Kiba said. These exams aren't easy. Maybe I can share some information with you, Kabuto started and took deco cards from his pockets. These are my chakra cards. They react to my chakra signature and reveal the information that I have gathered. As you can see, there are teams from all the countries. I can give you some information on anyone. Here, Kabuto concluded, and it got Naruto got suspicious as how could Kabuto have gained information on shinobi from other villages. Is there anyone we should know about? Sasuke asked, wanting to gain any intel about other shinobi teams. There's a couple actually, like there is a team of one that is from Night Raid organization and he is right over, Kabuto said, pointing at Naruto. It's that guy again, thought Sasuke. That's the guy who beat Sai, thought Sakura. So they are allowing him to enter the exams as well, thought Sai. Next up is Team from Iwagakure who are the same age as you and they are over there, Kabuto said, pointing at another team. The first one he noticed was the biggest of them, who was easily the size of a middle-aged. Chinen was quite chubby and could be considered a member of the Akamichi clan. He wore standard red Iwa clothing, and as for his feature, he had a very large round nose that stuck out like a sore thumb. The other was the second male member, had violet-colored eyes and black hair. He wore similar outfit to his teammate, but his horizon was dark brown and was sleeveless. The last member and only female had dark hair that stopped a little below her chin and dark eyes. She wore something similar to her teammates, but her left leg instead of a red pants leg was instead a mesh coat. Their sensei is a well-known shinobi, Kitsuchi Kamizuru, also known as Kitsuchi the Earth Titan, because of his incredible skill over Earth-style jutsus, and he's the son of the current Tsuchikage Onoki Kamizuru Al. So known as Onoki the Fence Sit, said Kabuto. Yeah, I'm giving Kitsuchi a nickname. Kuratsuchi of the Kamizuru clan, the daughter of Kitsuchi, making her the granddaughter of the current Tsuchikage O. Noki Kamizuru. Next is Akatsuki Doji, and finally Hojo of the Senryo clan and the grandson of the previous Tsuchikage Mu, also known as the Null Man, said Kabuto. There's a team from Kumo, they're a year older than you lot and is a all-boy team. Their sensei name is Motoi, said Kabuto. The first member was a boy who in dark-skinned man with a slightly bulbous nose, black eyes that look bored, and shaggy, white hair which covers his left eye. He wore a blue vest that was covered by a black sleeveless jumper that reveals he a black lightning seal which was on his left shoulder. He had a dark blue forehead protector around his right arm. Black fingerless gloves, gray pants, black boots. He carries a broad, foldable, cleaver-like sword strapped to his back. Next to him was another boy who had blue eyes and straight blonde hair, framing his face cut in an asymmetrical bob style with the front bangs reaching his shoulders. He had a black forehead protector around his head. He wore a blue sheer tee that had long sleeves which he had rolled up above his wrists but still under his elbows, light gray trousers and dark blue shoes. He also had a small holder strapped to his waist. Lastly was an other boy who had spiky blonde hair and black eyes. He wore a white scarf around his neck, a gray t-shirt that had a versus neck, a dark navy blue jacket, golden bracelets around his wrists. He had his forehead protector as a belt buckle. He had black pants and black boots. He was also carrying a long sword on his back. The team members are Darui, the son of the current 4th Raikage and the grandson of the previous 3rd Raikage. See, and Atsui, said Kabuto. And that's just a few. So is there anyone else you want to know about someone? Perhaps I have info about them, Kabuto offered. Sasuke was silent for a moment before he looked up. The red-haired ninja from Sand. Do you know his name? Kabuto asked. I think it was Gaara, said Sasuke. Kabuto nodded and shuffled his nin cards. Found it. Sabaku no Gaara, also known as Gaara of the Sand. He has done many C-rank missions and even some several B and A-rank ones. His sensei is Baki the Wind Cutter, and his teammates are his older siblings Tamari and Konkuro, he told them. Rumors said that he didn't even have a scratch on him after doing his missions. That's one hell of interesting guy if you ask me. Better stay away from him. Any others? Neji Hyuga, Rock Lee and Sasuke looked at his blonde teammate out of the corner of his eye, Arashi Senmaki. Neji Hyuga and Rock Lee are teammates under Meta Guy with another genin named Tenten. Lots of D-rank missions. Some C-rank missions. Both of them excel in taijutsu. Hyuga Neji comes from the Hyuga clan, branch member. Rock Lee is apprentice under his own Junin instructor, Meta Guy, the taijutsu specialist. He has excellent taijutsu for a ninja his age, but according to rumors he is unable to use chakra in the form of ninjutsu or genjutsu. He took next card, and the Saint one is Arashi Senmaki, who is entering as a single-man team. He is a member of the Night Raid organization which started few years but has become well known in the world. As for his skills, it said that he's incredibly strong for someone his age, and he's even made a name for himself and is in the bingo book, said Kabuto. He then took out an orange book and found a page, and he began to read from B. Ingo book, entry number 399, name Arashi Senmaki. Titles: The Oncoming Storm and the Golden Flash. Gender: male. Eye color: dark purple. Hair color: pale red. Age: around 13 years old. Ninja rank: known member of the Night Raid organization. Threat level: high S rank. Warnings. Do not engage unless your rank is the same or higher. Known elemental affinities. Wind, lightning and water weapons. He have been seen using all types of ninja weapons. Special abilities. High chakra capacity, enhanced strength, enhanced speed, knows many jutsus, immune to all forms of genjutsu and is skilled in Tai, Nin and Ken jutsus. Unique jutsus. He has shown many powerful jutsu that haven't been seen before, but he has also shown he knows the fourth Hokage Minato Namikaze famous jutsu, the Flying Thunder jutsu that earned him the title of the Yellow Flash. Bloodline. He has been seen being able to use multiple bloodlines. Ice style, storm style charka mold, and the unknown ones, or it could be unique style of jutsu. Other information. He has taken out many high-ranking shinobi C to S rank. Upon Kabuto saying this, the entire room was so quiet that a person could hear a pin drop, where all eyes were on Naruto. With one of the two teens from Kumogakure. She had dark-skinned kunoichi with long spiky red hair and amber eyes, wore a long short-sleeved dress as her ninja attire, complete with purple stockings, boots with white soles, and wore her forehead protector like a bandana, she also carrying a long sword on her back. The guy had dark skin with short, spiky, white hair and dark eyes accentuated with lines curving upwards from the corners. He wore a dark outfit consisting of an overlong shirt with a hood, with red bandage hand guards and shin guards, and carried a long sword on his back. The last girl was a fair-skinned woman of tall stature and was wearing a stoic, aloof expression on her face. She has blue eyes and straight, blonde hair framing her face cut in an asymmetrical bob style with the front bangs reaching her shoulders. She wore a very low-cut outfit with mesh underneath, a short skirt and red hand guards, high boots and a short of girdle that helped highlight her cleavage. She also had her tanto strapped horizontally to her lower back. Her name was Samui. Did you hear that the blonde hair guy knows the same jutsu as the Yellow Flash of the Leaf had in use against Lord Raikage during the last Great Ninja War, said Karui. Interesting, we must be careful around him, said Samui. Damn it, what if during the exam I have to face against and he's extremely strong given how he knows the same juts. You that the Yellow Flash of the Leaf knew, and with him possessing two bloodlines will only make him even more dangerous, said Omoi. Stop overthinking about Omoi, said Karui. But Omoi does have a point. He will no doubt be strong, said Samui. The Raikage may want to know about this, said Karui. We'll tell Modoi about it the moment when we see him, said Samui. It's a shame Lord B couldn't come and see us in the Chunin exams, said Omoi. Omoi, you know why Lord B couldn't come with us, said Samui. Hey Samui, what do you think we should do, said Karui. If what that silver hair guy said is true, it'd be troublesome, said Samui. With the other team from Kumo. I didn't think we might be facing against someone who's like the Yellow Flash of the Leaf, said C. Dame, I hoped this thing would be dull, Darui said in a lazy tone. There's no doubt about that. If we face against him, the heat of our bottles will be hot, said Atsui. Hey Darui, wasn't there a shinobi from Konoha who possessed chakra mold as well? C asked curiously. I think so, said Darui. With the team from Iowa. Great, there is second Yellow Flash, said Kuretsuchi. Yeah, at least he isn't a part of Konoha, said Hojo. The Shikage is going to want to know about this, said Akatsuki. Yeah, no kidding, said Hojo. I wonder what Grandpa is going to do, thought Kuretsuchi. Back with the Konoha ninja. His well-informed Naruto thought. The info Kabuto had on him was the same as the one that many villages had on him in their records. No way. Why would the Hokage allow someone like him enter the exams? Kiba said. I'm just reading what's on the card, said Kabuto. After everyone had gotten over the shock about Naruto, Kabuto then went on to explain how the top genin from Konoha, Hiri, Kumo, Tsuna, Aim, Kusa, Taki, Getsu and a small recently new shinobi village Odo were here. Suddenly Naruto sensed an incoming attack toward the large group of genin, and he wasn't the only one who sensed the incoming attack, as so did Kabuto. Both of them turned around to find a sound nin with spiky, dark hair jumped in the air using one of the benches and leveraged a couple of kunais at them, which they easily dodged. Suddenly, a second sound nin appeared in front of Kabuto, whose face was completely covered in gauze, only leaving his left eye uncovered and with a strange device on his left arm. It seemed to Naruto that the focus of attack of the sound team was Kabuto. He watched with interest as the sound mummy nin swung his left arm in the face of Kabuto, which the elder boy dodged with ease. Whilst all the others looked amazed at the reaction time of Kabuto for dodging the attack, Naruto felt disturbance in the air between Kabuto and the sound mummy nin, which made him narrowed his eyes. He wondered the reason for the disturbance air between the two ninjas. His eyes narrowed when he saw the glass of Kabuto's glasses cracked and fell to the ground. Naruto looked at the sound genin who had swung his arm. Kabuto. He is equipped with earmuffs and his arm has a metal gauntlet. Naruto thought, the only thing that has physical ability to strike yet remain unseen is the air or the sound. What's going on? You definitely avoided that punch. Why did you glasses break? Spoke Sasuke as he stood forward, with an annoyed and confused expression on his face. This question was of course shared by many of the others, who were watching the incident, and unlike Naruto didn't know what truly happened, but just when everyone thought that was it, Kabuto fell to his knees and threw up, which received many more IED and confused looks from all the different genins. It seems that you're not as good as I thought you would be, given that you were a veteran of the Chunin exam, spoke the gauze-wearing boy named Dosu, who stood in front of Kabuto with the rest of his team. Write this in your card. The 3 genin from Otogakure will definitely make it to Chunin, spoke the black spiky-haired boy named Zaku. As Zaku said this, many of the others in the room stared at Dosu and his teammates, with some curiosity over how Dosu took Kabuto out after he dodged Dosu's punch. I will not accept that kind of behavior, and here got that. A figure that was one with the smoke that had been born within the room said, sternly glaring at the students. He leaked out a dose of his killing intent to make his point. The killing intent prompted the genins to nod vigorously. The figure smiled. All right, you maggots, take you sits now, he said in a firm voice, making the genins hurry up to take their sits. The genins too, okay, each of their assigned sits, and looked back at the man in front of the room. I am Morino Ibiki. I am the proctor of the first test of the Chunin selection exams. The proctor introduced himself to the genins. Those who do not follow my rules will automatically fail, he said as he released a burst of ki, scaring some genins in the room. The end. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember to subscribe and like this video. See you in the next video.